Worth
Good
it, though.
times. But let us get into tonight's portion of the great game. Tonight's episode of No. So, when we last left
Copyright, be
off,
careful.
I don't think they'd copyright strike me for saying their name.
Matt Mercer kicks down your door right now.
Give me my words back.
Plagiarism is not a joke, he says as he arrests me. No. So, last session, the art club had just escaped a dangerous encounter. They found themselves transported into a nightmarish, otherworldly plane and encountered a vast number of demonic entities. After you successfully escaped and won the encounter, though not all of your foes defeated, you return to the Blue Glory, the Corsair ship that you hired and made an agreement with to transport you to the Maelstrom, where the next step in the great game, at least for you, lies. As you continue the second portion of your journey and passed over some bit more dangerous waters, you came into a bit of a stroke of luck, not encountering too much as far as dangerous weather or creatures goes, though you did have a single encounter with what you soon identified to be an ocean hydra, the creature springing up from beneath the waves to assault the Blue Glory, though you, amongst the crew, managed to successfully not kill it, but punish it enough and drive it away to continue unhindered. After passing through some rather choppy waters and eventually emerging under clear skies, you see in the distance the long band of what looks like a long stretch of island, which, as Captain Fallendrift announced, you were approaching the Ring Isles and were going to attempt to find a place to land, be it a settlement or just a natural bay that the Blue Glory can dock in for some time. We pick up now as the party has all emerged onto the deck of the ship to catch the view of the ever-encroaching islands. Is there anything you would like to do as you continue your travel forward? Alright.
What's going on deck? Are people... What's the vibe? Is it like people are scared? They're like, oh, that's super cool? Or they're just like, it's that deep breath before whatever.
Currently, most of them seem pretty calm, going about their business. You can see, Dordan is kind of going around, fixing bits of the damage from the Hydra attack, as you see kind of waves the wand and the wood just seems to repair and bend itself. The crew are on their stations, manning the sails, going about their business. They all seem... their attention's focused towards the Isles, but no tension or fear you can sense in them, and it is worth noting that Fallendrift seemed to describe these islands with a bit of familiarity, so it's possible they've been here before.
And is this a new day?
It would be, yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Actually, if Fallendrift is around, I'll definitely talk to him real quick.
Yes, of course. He is at the helm, smile on his face, the wind's breezing behind him as you approach.
Captain?
Yes, Pipnog. What can I do for you, my friend?
Well, I've been thinking since yesterday's little kerfuffle with the Hydra that perhaps I might be more offensive use if you had anything magically enabled. Only to borrow, just for the meantime. It seems that
Add a character. I have an attunement slot, a couple of them open.
it seems that I am open to supporting anyone or in an object that is not currently in use.
I see, but unfortunately, most magic items are in possession of myself or members of my crew.
Very fair.
He just nods.
And I just...
What? Nope, go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, just, hopefully we shall not have any more encounters, though I wouldn't bet on it.
Okay.
We shall
Well,
see.
It seems you are familiar with this area, so I am excited.
We've been to and past the Isles a handful of times, though never into the Maelstrom. Speaking of which, I based my assumption as far as what we're doing. We're just going into the storm until we find an island. Yeah, this is your journey. How would you like to approach this?
That's a good point. I need to go find Fluke Song. Excuse me.
You can see him like further down the deck, just kind of giggling to himself as he waves the wand around and fixes the various bite marks and like crunches in the wood around the deck of the ship.
Maria, are you present as well?
Yeah, Maria's on deck.
Okay. Pip will run up to Fluxong and say,
Could I steal your keen eyes for a moment?
Well, may not be the keenest as they once were, but you're more than welcome to them.
Okay.
He says, like, the eyes squinted. You can see, like, just, like, the slits of his pupils as they're barely open.
Big puffy eyebrows.
Yes. Oh, come.
And I pull him over to Maria.
Maria, you have that pearl on you, right?
Yeah, I do.
May I see it?
Sure. And she will present the eye.
So, Fluxong, I'll let you in on some information. We were in a big silver tower a few weeks ago up north.
The silver tower or a silver tower?
Well, are there more?
I don't know, but I know one.
Well, and then we know the same one, it sounds like. And we were told to retrieve, what was it, Maria? An eye?
Yeah, it was the eye. Yeah. Or, you said it was a pearl too, but eye, pearl, same difference.
It is, it's not been referred to as a pearl, it's been referred to as the crystal eye, though it's statistically a pearl of power.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I misunderstood.
No,
I also misunderstood.
how dare you?
So, we were told to find this eye, and it is here.
And I show it to him.
A dazzling little bauble?
And then we were told to go to the Maelstrom. With no extra context.
Oh, and would make things tricky.
Now, do you think you can look at this? See if you can get anything out of it?
Well, certainly, that's just one of the spells I have at my disposal, if that's what you're meaning.
Yes, I mean, we kind of know its function, but maybe if there was another layer, we might get more information. Plus, just having a fresh set of eyes on things never hurt anybody.
I always do love a mystery, by all means. He goes,
Yep.
takes it, kind of looks at it. Like, you see, like, he kind of, like one eye opens and just kind of looks into the, what is, like, really it would be just, like, a clear, like, almost glass-looking orb, except for half of it almost has this kind of, like, orange haze to it, and parts of it almost look cracked to form this, like, visage of an eye. As he kind of, like, look...
Is it about marble size?
Oh, a little bit larger than a
A
marble.
little larger?
Look,
Okay.
palm in your hand.
Okay.
And he kind of stares into it. Ah, you blinked! Sets it down. He kind of waves his wand and casts Identify on it. Ooh, okay, that's very interesting. I assume you know it's able to restore magic.
Yes.
You ought to be careful doing that. It seems, I don't quite know how to describe it. The magic in it seems a bit unstable. That's all it's not I've never really seen anything like it before. Why are you laughing? Don't laugh at me!
Who is laughing?
Laughing at fun.
Oh.
Which... There's something strange about it. I don't know how to describe it. It's just... There's magic in here. There's more to it. It does something else, but I I can't put my finger on it. It's not a... Like it's connected to something, like perhaps another magical item or magical effect. I don't know. I'm no master wizard. I've simply studied a few
No.
things in my time.
No, but to be fair, you've given me information I didn't have before.
Oh, I'm always happy to help. And he gives you the eye back. But just be careful with it.
I give it to Maria.
And be careful with it.
I mean, at this point, I've got enough things that this is probably, on the lower end of worrying.
Fair enough.
This is fair, but
There was a
We
rose
lost.
growing out of my head.
it's still there.
Well, it's on the helmet now, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It
It's
poked
just not,
through.
it's not embedded in my skull, though.
Wait, did
It
we
was-
learn it detached from your skull?
It's not coming out the side of her head anymore, and there was no wound. It just kind of like almost blooms out of the helmet whenever it dawns.
Well, a reminder, that item is, it's our only token, if you will, around here. So if I give it to you, you're the target.
And Pip puts it in your hand.
I mean, I'm pretty cool, too, so... they'll have to take it from me while I'm kicking and screaming.
I hope that's not us.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere near you while you were kicking and screaming. Seems like a good way to end up in a hospital.
Yeah.
That's why they have me around.
And I elbow Fluke Song like, huh.
He kind of elbows you back.
Okay. Thanks for song. I appreciate it.
Of course. Woo! He goes back off and continues his mending of the ship and the prestidigitation, cleaning up some of the bloodstains, with a jolly delight to him.
I just want to say, like, I now understand all of you for being on the other end of Pip, because being on the other end of Fluke Song is, mwah, love it.
This is all you, man. This is all you.
Yeah.
Love me a good gnome.
Andor, Joey, Zappa, are y'all up to anything in particular?
Zappa would probably just continue learning from Ysira.
Okay. It's really,
learn
at this point,
music
go ahead.
theory, and then basically he wants to try to get an understanding of reading music and learning melodies and stuff, to where if he had to learn another instrument by himself, he might be able to apply his basis knowledge and just learn how to work the instrument instead of learning how to use or like fully learn like songs and stuff
Okay,
through it.
gotcha. You continue your practice and learning, and if you've been able to consistently play good music, much to the crew's joy. 2 instruments are better than 1. Joey and Andor.
Is Captain Fallendrift around?
Yeah, he's at the helm of the ship as usual.
Sorry. Andor would just like to walk up. Captain, it seems you're quite familiar with these parts, are you not?
I wouldn't say quite familiar, but I've been here a handful of times. Usually chasing pirates or something similar.
Have you ever been past the ring of islands?
I've been on the insides, but there are gaps that you can go through in natural canals, but I haven't been close to the maelstrom, if that's what you mean.
I suppose I'm just trying to get an estimation of how long until we actually get to the maelstrom.
Oh, we should be there in, assuming all goes well, 4 days, plus however long you wish to stay on land. And I asked Pippinog this as well. What is your plan precisely? I simply wish to check that base before we get to the maelstrom. Are we
Oh.
sailing into the storm and hoping for the best?
What did Pip say?
He said he didn't know.
Yep, well, that seems to be the general, vibe, I guess, among the party. Listen, we just got the random
Rick?
crystal and were told to come here.
Reckless abandon it is. I like it.
Yes, you're catching on.
We'll see how it goes.
Hopefully well. Hopefully well.
I like your confidence.
Drowned.
You just like you back down the stairs that lead up to the helm of the ship. And you just... All right, and Joey, are you up to anything?
What would Joey be up to? Joey would be... He'd do some painting. He'd probably, you know what? He'd be down in the cargo hold, and he would just do some painting down there.
All right,
Yeah.
gotcha. I will be back momentarily, but we'll continue our journey in a sec. Sorry, your cameras.
Oh,
Oh,
you
oh,
son of
no.
a bitch.
Please hold for technical difficulties.
Now I am the game master.
No!
Actually, if you go back, it's not much of a problem.
No.
It's just, Raider is now Barbot, and, Chris is
Now, Raider?
Mexican.
Yeah.
Mexican?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That came out of nowhere, but okay.
Listen,
Okay, alright, I see how it is. Kinda out
I
of
could've
pocket,
worded that.
but
100 different ways that would have been better than what I just said.
Yeah?
is it so? Just right out of nowhere, just guns a-blazing.
Oh, wait, I think now is a good time to talk about the fact that Sam has never seasoned his meat.
Yeah, what the fuck, Sam?
It is a
What?
travesty? No. That doesn't excuse it at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I live in New Zealand.
What is wrong with you?
I don't cook. I still live with my parents. They cook, and they don't season the meat. So
Okay, well,
We
you need to dig deep and soul search, because if you don't season your meat, you're not eating food.
Mhm.
yes, I've discovered that.
that is what
'cause
she
I-
said.
What?
Mm.
Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha. Yes, I had tacos with seasoned meat for the first time, and woo, a whole new world.
Did you
Yeah.
vomit or something?
Like what?
Did you vomit or something? Like what
No,
happened?
Fucking, it was delicious.
Hawaii told us what
Yeah.
happened.
Oh.
What
Okay,
happened?
So,
Sam.
yeah.
What did she say?
According
if only
to
you knew.
you know what? Yeah, we're live right now. We'll put a
Oh,
fork in that.
I remember what I said.
Yeah.
So like when you made steak or ate steak, what was the cooking process? Just
Okay. Now keep in mind, this wasn't up to me, right? I just ate what was ever given to me on my plate. But from what I could tell, you took the steak out of the packaging.
We're proud of
Okay.
you.
You then put it on the stove.
For how long?
I don't fucking know.
No, this is a very important question. How long was it on there? For 2 minutes or anything past that?
All I know is that I like my steak rare.
Correct.
Okay.
Good. Slightly redeemed.
Like an interrogation. And then once it was cooked, you put it on the plate and you ate it.
okay, so you messed up everything. All of that, toss it out the window. Okay. You take the steak out of the packaging. Okay. Now, if you want, you can trim off some of the excess fat depending on what cut you got. Sometimes it can be fatty. You then season it while it's out, not on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get ground black pepper, a pinch of salt. You don't need too much salt.
Garlic powder.
Garlic powder. I mean, they literally make a bottle that says steak seasoning, and it's all pre-mixed for you. You just sprinkle it on the steak, and then you flip it over and sprinkle it on again.
We own that. We have it in our cupboard. We just never use it.
Okay.
That makes
Then-
it worse.
Yeah, that's you had access to it.
So,
Once
GC Man is
man.
legitimately mad I don't know how to cook steak.
No, go for it. Roast him.
once it's seasoned, you get your stovetop, your pan, and then you put a little bit of butter in there. If you have like artisanal like garlic butter, you can use that. It'll make it taste even better, with like herbs and stuff in it. So you then heat the butter up till it's nice and melted. You put the steak in that. You then cook it until like a medium rare
For 2
or
minutes.
a rare.
That's it.
I feel like I
You
should be
then-
writing this down.
Take the steak out and eat it.
It's okay. We have the VOD.
Chris, for context, Sam has never seasoned his meat a day in his life.
What the fuck?
You see?
They're bullying me.
Now, this is a tremendous gift from me as a birthday present to you. I just taught you how to cook a steak.
Huzzah.
Oh fuck, dude.
That Sam seasoned his taco meat, and it was he had no idea. I was like, well, you know when you like season like your hamburger meat, like you have to mash it in, and he didn't know what I was talking about because he had never seasoned his hamburger, not a steak.
That's a shame.
We have some issues.
It's okay. The more you know.
Hey, everybody in chat. If you
Hi,
want to
chat.
see GC Man's cooking channel, you can follow him.
I don't have anything linked.
Thank you for the shout out. Man's on top of it.
If
All right.
anyone in chat likes their meat like well done, sorry, can't stay.
Can't
Yeah,
say.
Clay, I would love to see Sam as a guest on GC Man's cooking channel. Let's get this going.
Let's
All right.
go.
Is it raining or is it a sunny day? How's the
this-
weather?
You're asking me. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was still on steak.
We're just
something.
I'm steering
No,
the ship
it's-
right back in.
No, it's no. Well, you're not steering the ship. It's partly cloudy, but mostly clear, blue skies. And as the day goes on, it looks to be, at least from your current position, that you'll be at least reaching the ring isles by nightfall.
Okay.
Though, as the day goes on, I'd like everybody to roll a perception check for me.
Because you asked so nicely.
Sick, good sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Wasn't. Ah.
Chewy.
Oh,
There we go.
Jeez.
Pip
Joey
just
sees
elbows.
all.
Pip elbows Maria.
Stop looking at that pearl. We gotta focus on the ocean.
Joey is unfortunately in the cargo hold for the time being.
See a lot in
But
there.
Zappa, as you're up on deck, or maybe at some point when you're climbing back up to your crow's nest, you see far behind the ship, a bit to the right, you see a small shape on the horizon. With an 18, you can vaguely make out. It's very distant, but you can kind of vaguely make out the shape of a ship of some kind.
Does the is the other crow's nest also occupied?
Yes,
Or
Kuri is
local
there. However, he is currently seems to be having his full attention focused towards the islands. Seems to be
Zappa will
scanning
try
them
to
keenly.
wave Kakuri's attention.
His
and
head
then
kind of picks up and he turns to you.
Points back to the ship, or the ship shape.
He kind of turns and stares for a moment, so the head kind of goes sideways. Before he kind of gets up on the side of the crow's nest and just dives straight down. Those of you on the deck see a sudden shadow over the deck of the ship as Kikuri's wings spread wide and flap as he comes to a quick stop, perched right next to the helm. And he seems to get close to Phalanger's ear and seems to, like, quietly say something to him before he kind of stops and thinks. Kind of looks back over his shoulder towards the horizon and just kind of nods and gives him thanks before Kikuri flies his way back up to the crow's nest.
Zappa will give like a little thumbs up to Kikuri.
He kind of like looks and just like he like puts like his, because he doesn't really have hands. He does have like thumbs on the end of his wings. But not quite understanding the gesture, he just kind of raises like the wing in your direction.
Zappa just shakes his head. I'm just imagining that. That could be misconstrued pretty hard, but Zappa's gonna take it as another thumbs up back. He's gonna be, yeah, and then he'll go back down from his crow's nest.
Does there seem to be a problem, Captain?
No, perhaps not. It seems that your friend Zappa and Kikuri have spotted a ship on the horizon behind us.
Oh.
Behind?
Yes. More likely than not, going the same direction we are, but I have no way to tell at the moment if they are friend, foe, or neither.
I'm just gonna turn.
No, go. You first.
Just gonna turn to Maria. She's still on deck.
Yep, she's still there.
Could it be Ferric?
I mean, it's possible. Is this like our ship size, or slightly bigger, slightly smaller, much smaller?
You can't tell. It's just too far. It's a bit too far away. It's It's not like a sailing boat, at least.
Okay.
Pip is currently taking some measurements of Maria's gauntlet, and he says,
Oh, you see something? Here.
and he gives you his spyglass.
Maria will use the spyglass. Wait, Maria or Andor?
Gave it to Andor because
Okay.
I'm working on your sleeve.
Gotcha.
Alright. Can you roll me a perception check, Andor?
Oh, fuck, you've given this to the right person. A 5!
As you take the telescope out, never really having used one before, you pull it and you stretch it out, and everything that you see the deck of the ship, everything looks so much smaller. You see like a tiny dot in the horizon. You guys see that Andor has turned it out backwards and is looking out the wrong end.
Come here.
I waddle over, jump, and like grab it out of his hand and flip it around, and I will look now.
Okay, perception check.
We need to have a talk about common sense at some point.
What are you on about? I was using that. You stole it from me.
The small end goes to your eye, not the big lens, the small lens.
Oh, like, I just thought because the bigger I could see through it more, and like it, because it's further away, you put the smaller. It made sense to me.
It just starts looking.
It's like as you say that, Andor, you just hear from somewhere up in the rigging, you hear.
Thanks for the support, crew.
But Pip, as you gaze out, it is still a bit far away to see clearly, though as you do kind of gaze out and eventually focus on it, you see a sizable ship, likely comparable, maybe a bit smaller to the Blue Glories, the kind of dark matted sails strewn over. You're just close enough you can start making out tiny details. And you can see that the bow of the ship is pointed roughly the same direction as yours.
Okay. For any description or pretty much any details I can get, Pip will just kind of yell them out as he's looking. Hopefully someone hears it pretty much.
Yeah. It's, as Pip describes to you, that you seem to have some kind of frigate following or just going the same place, you're not sure.
Here.
And Pip hands it back to you the correct way, Andor.
Try that.
Right.
Whatever you do, don't look at me.
Andor immediately turns to Pip with the...
You are blinded.
Oh, you... Ah!
You cannot blame me. I just told.
No, yeah.
He did kind of warn you.
Right. I know we have one more last look at the boat.
Go for
Hopefully you can get something.
Give me a perception check.
Let's see that natural 20, baby.
16.
Okay. You're able to use it and focus on the ship, though you're not able to discern much more just from how far away it is.
It's a boat, guys.
I would say you guys have been on here long enough. You'd wager it's farther away from you than you are from the Isles.
Oh. Nice.
Okay.
And Pip,
May I? Are you done, or do you want to look at other things?
No, I looked at a boat and I looked at you, and that was more than enough. Please, by all means.
Well, you can always go check out the islands.
and Pip will just turn and go back to what he was doing with Maria. But he leaves the spyglass with you.
Okay.
And I'll just go to the front of the boat and just start scanning the islands.
For sure. You see, large. It almost looks like a singular kind of like ridge around it, that like a mountain range going down the middle of the entirety of these islands. Springing from its base, as you see beaches, you see large green jungles, variety of excuse me, large kind of rocky outcrops and cliff faces that kind of duck and weave over the horizon of the islands themselves. As the day continues onward for, I'll wait till Pug gets back. I'll sit here in awkward silence.
Yes.
Sam, did you win your fight against the chicken?
No, I kicked my ass.
Maria, I need some more materials, and then I should actually be able to get this thing to work.
Can you make use out of these? And she will pull out the tridents that she has.
What? You have tridents?
Yeah. Or javelins, excuse me. I'm thinking.
When the fuck did you get tridents?
Oh, I was like,
Javelins,
yeah, when
excuse
did
me.
we find those?
I might be able to file them down, basically break them, and I might be able to make something that shoots, like a dart.
I mean, if you want to, we can try it.
It's mostly, I need the metals to attach and make sure it's sturdy and it's gonna hold. Because
Oh, I see.
the prototype I have, I've pulled just from some of the rigging. Don't tell Captain. But I need more hardy metals. But
Gotcha.
it's plausible.
Well, I'll definitely keep an eye out for anything.
Yes, please do. I will as well.
As the day carries on for a good few hours, you're starting to creep into evening time. The sun is not fully set. Kakuri seeming to do his best to look at the islands and keep an eye on the ship behind that does not seem to change course throughout the day. However, as you begin to approach the isles and the shape grows larger and larger ahead of you, the Blue Glory begins to curve to the right and seems to drift along the coast rather than towards it. At a certain point, Kakuri seems to fly down and speak to Captain Fallendrift once more. At which point he kind of shouts out to the deck, says, "Good news, lads! We've found the settlements. We shall be docking there for the evening." He kind of shouts out, and the information makes its way to you all as well.
Oh.
And eventually, the sun sets, and a handful of clouds dot a beautiful starry sky. The moon's light cascading over the waves as the Blue Glory approaches. And what you see now in the distance, you had seen for some time, is a narrow but wide enough channel of water that seems to cut through a portion of this island, seemingly having more than enough room for a ship to make its way through. And around this kind of canal that seems to snake its way through a portion of the island, you see lights, the shapes of buildings, the various orange and yellow glows from some kind of settlements. Though, as the night progresses, it's difficult to make out excessive details. As you continue onwards and eventually come closer, you see that there are a couple somewhat ramshackle docks. A variety of what you see now are seems to be like kind of mud brick buildings mixed with a variety of hides and bamboo to use as roofs and supports. A lot of kind of large tarp, almost like stall covering areas that are kind of spread out. It's not a town. It only seems to have maybe a couple dozen buildings. And they're all kind of scattered out and kind of built up onto this kind of rocky slope that seems to kind of jut up the side of this canal, and footpaths carved into the stone and ground itself to kind of traverse almost like a zigzag shape up to further buildings. As Captain Fellendrift gives the order to drop anchor not far from the canal itself, and begins to go around to the crew, assigning them duties for the evening, keeping an eye on the ship, keeping an eye out for any potential dangers, and eventually comes to you. Says, myself and a couple others will be taking a dinghy to visit the town, which I believe is Osirum. We've been here once before. I recognize the architecture of the buildings. They're friendly, but mostly fishing folk. Simply looking to see what news is about and grab a few things. If you would like to accompany us, you are more than welcome.
After would be like, yeah, sure. That'd be cool.
Oh, yes. New places, always fun.
Perhaps you can get your dog and have it stretch its legs for a little bit.
Oh, good idea. Will it fit in the dinghy?
We'll take two.
Love it. Pip dog. And dog.
Just already, like, the skidding of the claws on the deck of the ship, he's already here.
You wanna go on some dry land?
He doesn't, like, understand what you're saying exactly, but he hears the offer of excitement and is immediately tail wagging, panting, like, almost like, excitedly waiting for whatever's next.
Huzzah, that's a yes.
Joey, are you going as well?
Wasn't Joey gonna paint Andor naked on this island?
You good?
Have all night.
You're informed that the ship is near settlements and that some are going aboard, going on shore.
Andor, you still interested in having that painting session?
Yes.
It is nighttime.
mhm. We can light a fire.
Oh my god! All right, I guess we can.
How far away are we from the coast? I guess you could say.
From the coast itself, it seems the ship's dropped anchor maybe 80 or so feet off the coast. Not super far away. The town is just a little bit beyond that.
Andor will turn to Joey and be, I'll race you there, and he'll run and jump off the side of the boat.
Oh. Joey will jump in the water too. Try to beat Andor, which I think he can.
As the rest of you, go ahead.
Oh no, I think Joey would beat him because he has a faster swim speed.
What's Joey's swim speed? What's Andor's swim speed?
30 feet.
Look of the manta ray. What does it give me? This does not give me any information. Thank you.
I think it is 30 feet as well.
You
Pip
have a
will
swimming
be-
speed of 60 feet.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Jesus Christ.
Fast.
Yeah, as the rest of you are kind of loading into the dinghy, getting ready, you just see Andor jump off the side of the ship. A few of the crew kind of look surprised. Like a couple like kind of rush to the edge, like looking after him, and then Joey runs and jumps off as well. Palandriff is like halfway in the boat. He just kind of looks. I'm sure they'll be fine. just gets in the dinghy.
Oh, I just got an action surge to beat Joe.
Yeah. You think?
Yep.
Listen, if I use my action to dash, what is that?
That's 120 feet.
120 feet. So then, how fast could Andor go if he action surges?
90.
Fuck! That's not even without using my step of the wind, bitch.
You thought?
You thought.
So, yeah, you guys just watch them like spray like a jet ski, spray of water behind them, swimming their way to the
It's just
island.
like David Hasselhoff and SpongeBob movie.
You know, Captain, I was gonna ask if there are any dangerous creatures in the water, but I think I see 2 of them.
Oh, I mean, there are certainly dangerous creatures in the water, yes.
Oh, my leg!
Any that those 2 need to be worried about?
Most likely, but they'll probably make it to shore in time.
Pip knocks on wood on the dinghy.
Just as that, the ship, or the dinghy is jostled and slowly lowered into the water. The other one is lowered on the other side of the ship with Pip Dog and Dog, one crew member, and who else? Who's going with Pip Dog and Dog?
Pip would not have abandoned the dog to talk to Falindrift. Pip would be in that dinghy.
Okay. Zappa?
Zappa will be in whichever one has the most room, and he's just
So
gonna
the other
fill
one.
him up with the fleet.
All right. So, including your group, there is Captain Falindrift, Ysira, and Vongwi, along with 3 other crew members that you've had brief encounters with, making their way to shore with you. As you quietly approach the sound of the oars breaking the surface of the water, the waves crashing against the smooth beach, you eventually pull up to this, like, you kind of pull the dinghies themselves onto this beach next to where these, I'd dare to say, well-weathered and poorly built docks are. Though holding up for the most part. As you guys pull up, you look up and see, though it is nighttime, this is about your view you have of the various buildings that kind of rise up and dot the hills around the canal, kind of snaking and weaving its way through, and you see not even a few miles from the entrance on the outside of the ring, you see it just seems to open up into ocean. Though you can't quite see far as the evening has come and passed. Well, I'm going to knock on a few doors, see if anyone's still awake, selling supplies. Welcome to do as you please. I would be careful if any of you are looking to go into the jungle. No telling what's in there.
Good to know.
Wouldn't plan of it.
Are y'all with them? Because the dinghies went up to the town.
Oh.
Did y'all just swim to the beach, or where'd y'all go?
Joey beat me, so wherever Joey went.
Yeah, Joey probably just go up to the beach. Fuck civilization.
Yeah, you go up to the sandy beach, scattered with shells, and just beyond the kind of like encroaching thick jungles. And or just a few moments after you kind of get there and see Joey has already pulled himself out of the water.
Was this close?
It was a nice straw, is what it was.
I guess I'll take off my action surge.
Zandor, do you want me to just paint you right here?
On the beach.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be here that long, so you don't have to like get fully naked. And the jungle looks really like dense, and I don't know anything about the wildlife here, so I don't know about actually going in there. I thought maybe if it was more like populated, it'd be fine, but it looks like just untamed forest.
Good. Sure thing. And Andor will begin taking off his fucking mariner's jacket and his shirt.
Okay.
Alright.
Can we see them at all?
They. I'd say no. They've gone far. They're far enough away from the town where you're not sure where they ended up.
Pip is going into dad mode. I will pull out a copper wire and turn in the direction that I saw them swimming and know they're down that way, and just speak a message.
Just checking. Making sure you made it and are alive and didn't get eaten by a big fish.
Joey, as you're getting your supplies out, you hear Pip's voice in your head.
Oh yeah, we're totally fine. I'm gonna start painting Andor now.
Have fun. Come to the city or the town when you're done.
That's it.
Who did you tell?
Oh, Pip and Og was just checking in, old Pip.
Right, I'm gonna keep my pants on.
At this point, as the crew has gotten out of the dinghies and Pip Dog Andog has just gotten out and has just started like playing in the sand, running around in circles, rolling in it. He's tearing it up. He's having a great time. He'll kind of run off to like the waves a little bit and kind of stamp in the water, bite at it. He's loving it. However, Fallon Drift seems to have taken a few steps towards the town. Not long before, you see, seems to be a woman has stepped out from one of the homes and is kind of walking out to him, a torch in hand, kind of illuminating her and the area surrounding her. You see a tall, beautiful elfin woman, long, not slender, smooth, blonde hair, this kind of beautiful coconut brown skin with a variety of what look to be like angular, darker brown tattoos kind of running up her arms and around the neck area. The eyes, slightly slanted back with a beautiful blue color. The ears long and slightly curved, kind of bending downward. The clothes, simple, seemingly made from hide, the sleeveless top, a handful of beaded trinkets dangle from her neck as she makes her way over. As she kind of looks out to Captain Fallendrift, who has approached her confidently. They seem to begin exchanging words. What business do you have in Ozirum? We are merely travelers passing through on our way to other waters, and we are looking to pick up any supplies or take a moment to rest on actual land before we continue. I assure you, I myself and my crew have been here before, and we are not interested in causing any trouble. The eyes kind of narrow and inspect him. Very well. She kind of looks back to the rest of you, just kind of eyeing you up curiously.
Forward wave.
Waves, and seems to kind of back up a bit before turning. And you see now, through a couple of the other buildings that are nearby, a couple other people like either on, small balconies or just peeking out the bordered windows, just kind of looking out, seeing who's arrived. Andor and Joey are on the beach enjoying each other's company. What are the rest of you doing?
Hey Pip, so Andor and Joey were that way, right?
Why do you ask? You saw them swim.
Well, yeah, but Captain said that there's all kinds of dangerous things here. Maybe I should go and
Why?
watch over them.
Well, they're only 120 feet away. I mean,
that's like a hop and a skip over.
exactly. So I think if they get in trouble, they will yell. But I think they need a little privacy right now. Do what you will, by all means, but they're not far.
Hmm. You can see the mathematical equations going through Maria's head. But she won't go. She'll just hang out with the group.
Mm-hmm.
Pip is just throwing 2 sticks down the beach.
For sure. All right. Ballandrift makes his way, and it seems to just kind of, as if he knows where he's going, make his way to one of the other buildings. Further up, you see the elven woman kind of sits the torch on a sconce and just kind of sits kind of on the porch, just watching from a distance, keeping an eye on you. A couple of the other crew seem to just go about stretching their legs. A couple go off towards the jungle, though not into it. Seem to be foraging a little bit. Vongwi goes off by himself, and the other one by himself seems to stay and watch the dinghies.
So Zappa would just kind of like explore around, and with the learning of just like music theory and with his ability to play the instruments, he's gonna try to think of some of the songs his brother sang, because one of his brothers is a bard. So he's just gonna try to remember some of the songs and then analyze them and try to replay them.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know what you get, because I'm in a different tab.
Can I do a check with my instrument instead? I think it's better.
Sure.
All right. 19.
19. Yes, you do your best and just try to translate the notes over, and you do a pretty good job. And as you kind of play the tune yourself, there's this strange nostalgic feeling to it as you let the notes run free. A couple of the people kind of peer out, like hearing the sounds of music. Are you staying by the dinghies, or are you just kind of wandering around?
Wandering with my flute,
Okay.
just like a Mandalorian, like
you
ooh.
have your own theme song accompanying you.
Fluting it. But yeah, he's taking the sights in and just playing for anybody who wants to listen.
Right. As you wander around, you notice the majority of the people like peeking out. You catch a couple of humans, but most of them seem to be elves as well, all with that kind of smooth, dark skin and the various tattoos. While different, they all seem to bear on their arms and neck areas. Some of them have that same blonde hair, some have this kind of wild red hair. There are a couple like humans, or you even see a half-orc kind of peering out that looks a bit out of place amongst them. Yeah, you seem to have drawn at least some not unwelcome attention from your music.
Mm-hmm.
If once Pip Dog and Dog has kind of like gotten tuckered out, I will. He has a harness on.
Mm-hmm.
I had a leash for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Attach the leash.
Okay.
Maria, would you escort me and the pup through town?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
And I will be looking for the components required to complete the grapple.
Okay. As you begin making your way through, you don't see any obvious shops. Most of them seem to be either homes or indistinguishable buildings. Now that you're making your way up, there's no more than 24 of them. It seems to be a pretty small population here. Though, as you and Maria begin walking around, and Zappa not far ahead of you, you see seems to be a human individual, kind of peering out, and seems to be kind of slowly walking out to you, as like to intersect you a little bit. This is kind of a tall, gaunt, and lanky individual, built like a stick. bald head, the chin that kind of juts out far with a bit of like scraggle at the end of it. The short nose kind of almost gives him like his head like a crescent shape in a way. He has a bit weird proportions, kind of hunched forward a little bit. Just
Eustace
simple,
from Courage.
kind of worn green. What was that?
It was Eustace from Courage.
It kind
Kinda
of does look
Wow.
like
Okay.
Eustace. That's not a
That
bad
helps.
comparison. Yeah, like thick green and blue commoner's clothes on him. But he seems to kind of make his way out, barefoot as well, as he kind of like trudges through the sand. Hello.
Hello.
Take it
Hey.
you're stopping in for the night. We don't get many travelers here. I'm sorry to bother you. Are there any healers or anything of the sort amongst you?
Well, I have some capability. Why?
Oh, I was hoping you might be willing to help fellow out. As I said, we have a couple here are able to use magic, but not much effective healing magic. There's an individual washed up on shore recently, and he's been unconscious for some time. We had some travelers come through recently, but they were unable to help him. I was hoping you might be able to, because currently he is taking up space in my basement, and I don't want him to die there.
First thing I'm going to do is insight check the whole thing. Make sure
Okay.
this guy isn't trying to pull us for a ruse real quick. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, for the most part, he seems to be speaking truthfully, though you see you catch like a bit of hesitation when he describes travelers coming through, that he like seems to hold off on giving further detail, but the rest of it seems genuine.
Oh, travelers? Of what sort?
I don't know much about them. I didn't stop and speak to them long. I mostly heard that they came through. The fellow that washed up not too long after they left.
Pip will he'll open his book and just flip through to one of his earlier pages, and it's a list of the teams.
Mhm.
He'll pick one member from each team and describe them separately and just see if it rings a bell.
Okay. You go through trying to describe them. No. I'm shy. I don't know who any of those are. Is that your dog? He kind of says, like as he's gotten talking distance, but he has not wanted to get closer to the giant dog.
Oh, okay. Well, take me to your basement. Yes, this is Pip Dog and Dog. Very friendly. If you put your hand near his mouth, he may just hum. He won't eat it, but he'll suck on it.
That's okay. I was just looking at it.
Come. Show me
yeah,
your
that-
comatose patient.
I will certainly. And he, follow me. He kind of quickly, you see the way he walks, he kind of lets his arms dangle. He just, like with almost like he's like trying to like start a run, but not actually running. He
God,
kind
it
of makes
actually
his
is
way.
Eustace.
Yeah, no, that's not totally unintentional, but that's the vision I had in my head. No, he leads you to this, seems to be a more humble building, only one story, the kind of, almost like it looks just like a simple rectangle. It wasn't built with as much creativity. It was much more function over fashion. Though he, kind of leads you in, so I fear the dog might have to wait outside. I do hope that's fine.
That's fine with me. Sit. Stay.
And I'll is there like a little post I could just tie the leash?
There's
real quick?
fences around that you could tie him to.
I will find the most sturdy fence post and
Okay,
just a little,
me a- give me a sleight of hand check.
Sure. Wasn't expecting to be using that. 15 total.
See how well you tie a knot. All right. You secure the knots. The dog and dog wants to follow you, but it just kind of whines and stays.
I grab both of their chins,
I'll be right back. I just need to go help someone.
Yes, you make your way in, and it seems to be a humble setup. There is seems to be only 3 rooms to the left. There's this kitchen with a smattering of bottles and gourds just kind of all along the shelves built into the walls themselves. Most of them seem to be empty. As well as a few areas where food is stored. Not far off is the simple kind of seems to be like bamboo and fur pelt bed that's made. But there is also a ladder in this kind of back, seems to be mostly storage room area, a ladder that seems to descend down. Please follow me. He kind of makes his way down. Do you follow?
Maria, keep on your toes, yes?
I mean, he doesn't look that strong. I can just, beat his ass if things
Break
go
him like a
sideways.
stick.
I, as much as anyone else, wants you to fold him, but, I think, I don't know. I just have a bad feeling. Let's go.
And Pip will start descending the ladder.
Okay.
Maria's
And
following.
Zap, just want to ask Zappa, did you go with them? You were in proximity of this conversation.
Oh,
Nope, he would have just kept
Okay.
wandering, playing.
For
and,
sure.
Just to note, since he's playing his flute, any of the like little flute holes that he's not plugging or the end of it, people would just see this fluorescent, like, and maybe not fluorescent, but kind of like glowy, pink purple breath just
All right.
rise out of it.
It's interesting. You're definitely drawing. People are kind of watching. Some maybe even following a little just to keep up with the music, but not pursuing you or nothing. But
Mhm.
as Pip and Maria, do you go down as well?
Yes.
Okay. As you guys make your way down, he kind of says, it's, two groups of travelers within the span of a month, and you fear you've caused quite a stir, but this is him. And he gestures to, again, this area seems to be mostly storage. You see a couple barrels, some tarps, some cloth, all just kind of rolled up, and it's a flat kind of dirt floor. And towards the end of it, you see a large kind of fur mat rolled out, with just like some simple, like, it seems like a sack of flour is used as a pillow for the individual that is currently like perfectly still lying like face up on the mat. And what you see of them, they're partially covered with like another kind of wool blankets, though the chest up, you see what first looks to be human, though the skin is almost kind of like a pale color, and the hair is a bright blonde with what even you notice seems to be like a few like little streaks of gold in there as well. The eyes are closed, and he seems fully unconscious. You see a few bits of partially tattered armor and shoulder pauldrons kind of making their way. Actually, no, they wouldn't be on. It'd be it seems to be a busted up suit of looks to be half plates is currently like set next to him, as well as like a bag and a couple other possessions, and he is mostly just covered in what looks to be like vestments, like a hardy vest over lighter clothes. And he's you see like a sweat in his brow, asleep.
Pip will pull out 4 copper pieces and magically tinker light onto them so that we can fully see this basement.
Okay.
And then
Maria, why don't you look at the things just in case we might get some information of who this is? I'll tend to the patient.
And as you illuminate it, you see what you like thought might be like highlights in his hair. They catch and shine in the light. The little like kind of strings of gold. And
does it look like greed?
no, it doesn't look like greed.
Had to ask.
Fair enough.
Yep.
There's similar traits, but the skin's not like gray. It's just kind of a bit pale.
Okay.
Maria, you being in this individual's presence, you'd actually almost an instinct comes to you as you're able to look at these not quite human features and identify him as an ASMR.
Maria's like almost like surprised by it, and kind of like halfway ignores Pip and just kind of looks at him closer. Does he look familiar to her at all?
Not to you, no.
Okay. And she'll
Maria,
kind
did you hear me?
yeah. he's an Asimar, you know.
Huh? Here?
Yeah. I'm just as surprised.
What's in at Asimar?
It's kind of complicated. It's what I am essentially.
They
Like,
have
a
god
human?
blood.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's considered very holy people, so to
Very-
speak. I guess
Oh, so you're blessed, or something,
something like that. Yeah.
right? Do you think you could help him? He's been unconscious for several days, and his wounds are fine. He's just not coming to.
Is he sick or?
I don't know. He has a light fever, and no smelling salts or anything has woken him up. Been able to keep him alive so far, but it's mostly just with water and soup.
Was he ever conscious?
No, he washed up on the shore unconscious. I wasn't the one who found him, but I do occasionally work as an herbalist or just take care of other people's problems, so he was brought to me.
Maria's going to approach him and use 5 points from her lay on hands to remove disease.
Okay.
See if anything happens.
You try and, do that, but you feel his body absorbs the energy, but it doesn't seem to take hold on anything in particular. So he's not diseased.
Pip will come and undress him and see if there are any, like, scorpion, stabs or, like, puncture wounds, something that may have somehow influenced this. I don't know. I'm searching.
Roll and medicine check.
7.
7. Glancing over him, you don't, you kind of look him over and, I'd say the most injury you find, you see his left arm, which also kind of matches with the busted up shoulder pauldron of the armor nearby, seems to have a massive bruise on it. But otherwise, other than a few scrapes, you don't identify any significant injuries. You could tell he's gonna wait. There's shallow breath.
Yep, I think this is something else other than, a sickness.
Well, let me try something.
Pip puts his hands together and he goes to his temples and he casts Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay. How do you cast Lesser Restoration?
This is all on Pip's fingers this time. He just kind of puts 2 fingers to his temple, focuses, closes his eyes, and just like a little glow comes off, like E.T. finger.
Gotcha. The way you were rubbing your hands, I thought you were gonna electrocute him. Clear.
All 4 mustaches just.
That is the next step.
There's the faint light and the warmth that seems to transfer from you to him as you cast Lesser Restoration. And seemingly, almost immediately, the eyes kind of slowly flutter, and you see that they, too, are a beautiful, kind of vibrant orange color, as he kind of slowly opens it, sees you, and then just, goes to jump back, and is immediately kind of grabs the arm, but still kind of scoots back from you towards the wall. Oh! He's alive!
Huh? So it would seem, but back up. Give the lad some space.
Pip stands up and just takes a step.
As he kind of looks around the chamber, seeming to realize he's not in immediate danger, at least that he can tell, and goes to speak. Joey and Andor, what are you two up to?
Alright, I need you to not move. Alright, this is a really delicate process.
I haven't been for 20 minutes. My arms are cramping.
I'm not really that great at, drawing people. I've got to be honest.
This whole time, Joey's just been working on the shaft. This whole time.
Oh, this is what I got so far.
Oh wow, Joe, those are amazing.
Not my best work. Is maybe it'll look better when I add color.
Joe, if I'm being honest, I saw the way you drew Pip, and I got very worried. But these are amazing. These are lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, they only look lovely because you look lovely, mate.
That's very sweet of you to say, Joey.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to move.
Full on Hercules just destroys the entire painting.
Do you want to try painting something yourself? I'm sure like posing gets kind of boring.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Could I borrow some of your equipment?
Oh, yeah, I got lots of paint, mate. I got lots.
Right, perfect. Just hang about, and I'll just paint the ocean, I guess. And I'll grab some of the stuff and sit kind of closer to like the tree line.
Okay.
And sit there and start sketching.
Raptor just
Yeah, I was gonna say just hand like the predator in there. All right. Are you proficient with painter's kit?
Not at all, friend.
Okay. Can you just give me a straight dexterity check, no proficiency?
What a dog shit, dicks.
You got dexterity.
11.
All right. You paint the ocean. It's not. You construct a decent painting of the ocean. Like
Blue,
you do your best. It's like someone who's never painted
black,
before. Yeah,
white.
but it's not terrible. You can tell it's the ocean.
Well, I did better than I thought.
I just want to
Fine.
be the first to say that Andor did an amazing job painting the ocean at night.
All one color.
Well, it seems y'all started a fire.
Oh shit. Yeah, sure.
Oh, you said you were gonna start a fire, so I didn't know if you did.
And I'll cast Wall of Fire.
Oh my god. Thank God.
actually, I'm
kidding.
Jesus.
I'm kidding.
Oh, Lord.
Let's get this
full
party
overkill
started.
there.
Just a beacon of light.
Burns the jungle down.
Oh, well, we can see now.
You know, Andor, I think that anything you make's gonna be amazing, you know, because you put effort into it, right?
Oh wow. That's
That's
very,
sad,
very,
though.
very sweet. Maybe you see, I'm not too good at this. Maybe next time we do this, we could cook. I could show you how to cook.
Oh, yeah? I'm really bad at cooking, mate. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I just eat shit raw. I mean,
That is
like,
disgusting.
normal things, I'm not. I don't eat just like a chunk of meat. Like, I'm not an animal, right? But like, I mean, like, I eat a lot of fish, right? And I'll just eat it straight up.
There are so many better ways to eat fish than just plucking it from the ocean and taking a bite.
I mean, that's the way nature wanted it, right? I'm not opposed to it, though. You know, I like a good meal every now and then.
Awesome. Maybe not here, because just from seeing the island, I'm not sure. They might be more in line with your ways of eating fish. But next time we get to a better city.
I mean, we could catch a fish right now. I mean, the ocean's right there, mate. But you ain't got no seasoning, right? I mean, that's really essential. Is it? That's really essential to like the cooking process, right?
What seasoning?
And/or
What?
you never seasoned your food before, mate.
No, you cook the meat. Nothing else is required other than meat and heat. They rhyme, so you know it must be true.
And/or correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you like one of them high class types, right? You had a lot of money. You have a lot of money, right?
Yes, I actually need to write to my father because I'm running low, and hopefully he'll send me some more.
Right. Well, you didn't like pay to have your food like cooked, seasoned.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm fucking with you. Yes, I know how to season food.
All right. You scared me, mate. I mean, I eat shit
My,
raw, right? But I season when I can.
My best friend at the estate was the cook's son.
You had a best friend at your estate. That's real nice.
Yes, there weren't many children there, and even if there were, I don't think my father would let me talk to them. They were distracting me from my training. But yeah, sometimes I would skip class to go hang out with him, and he'd teach me how to cook.
I mean, that's nice a little bit. Aside from all the other stuff of training at a young age, that's a bit not awesome. But I mean, sneaking out with some friends is always fun.
What do you mean? Zappa's father trains him. Were
Alright,
you not trained?
let's take a pause right there. Zappa's was trained, but Zappa's mom tried to kill him, right? And all of Zappa's siblings are like definitely part of like some kind of cult that worships like this otherworldly band. So I don't know if you should be looking to Zappa as like the stepping stone of what a proper family should look like. I mean, good on him that he's happy, right? But definitely not the norm.
To be fair, could you really consider any of us here to have a normal family?
Pip seems pretty like happy, I guess. At some
I
point,
think
maybe.
his family died. If I'm being real with you, I'm pretty sure they're dead.
Alright, well, I mean, he could have had a normal family before they were, like, dead. He seems, like, well-rounded.
I suppose.
I think he has the most solid grasp. Actually, I think... Yeah, I mean, he does. I think I might have the most solid grasp on, like, family. But I also know that I'm not, like, the pillar of what a proper family looks like, either.
I think out of everyone here, maybe second to me, you have the most stable home life.
Do you have a stable home life, Andor?
Yes. I lived in an estate. Money for days. I had maids and cooks. I had an amazing childhood.
Well, none of those things make it a childhood amazing, mate.
No, sorry, you must have misheard me. I had maids and cooks.
It's not like... I would cook with my dads. We'd get together and we'd like make dinner together, unless one of my dads was busy, then it was just, me and Snow, and we'd like cook together and we'd have fun, right? And then if I made a mess, he'd just laugh and clean it up, right? And he'd paint with me afterwards, tuck me into bed, right? Give me a little kiss on the nose, call me his little Joey, tell me not to get up to anything too bad, right? And then, of course, every night I'd sneak out and I'd run amok in the library. It's all like, it's like a nice childhood, right?
That does sound nice.
It was really nice. I kind of like miss it. I mean, really, these great games, right? Not so great, I'm gonna be honest. It's been a bit rough, mate. I feel like that's false advertising. They should just call it like the games, right? It's not that. Is it great because it's like on a larger scale? Because it's not fun.
I think that's the direction they were going for. More of the grand scheme of things.
It was some misadvertisement because this has been. Or I really thought that I was gonna just have a good time. I was like, yeah, I'm bored in the house. This has not been. This is. I miss my home real bad.
You joined because you were bored.
Yeah, I didn't have nothing to do. Oh. Father, help!
Father, help!
Wow. My father never cooked. My mother never cooked. I'd see my mother and father during dinner, and sometimes during training they would watch me. Or my father would. I don't know what my mother was doing.
So you didn't like sit down with your parents, right? Have a little powwow, right? Talk about like your feelings.
No, not feelings. My father me and my father had chats. He told me you have to take this training very seriously because this is what you were born for.
What? Yeah, that's not what I did.
Oh, I'm learning that.
I mean, you know, my dad would sit me down and be like, do you want like the meat to be like shaped like animals this time? I could like fry it in like an animal shape. I can make like little stars, right? And oh yeah, it sounds proper great, right? Yeah, let's see. Or I'd be like, hey, Jerry, do you want to go for a swim? Do you want to read a book together? And I'm like, oh, wow. Maybe paint some pictures. Go on a walk. It's quite pleasant.
Yeah, of course. I mean, trading was fun too. Like, we both had great childhoods. It's fine. We don't need to keep talking about this.
Alright. I mean, I'm not trying to bring you down here, mate. I'm really not. I don't want to make you feel bad about anything. I'm just a bit concerned, I guess.
About what?
Well, I mean, you know, it's all right to say that, you know, you're unhappy with like the way you were raised, or like you're unhappy with like your family, right? It's all right. I mean, my parents are mighty fine, right? But I mean, I have my problems sometimes. I guess it's just natural. But, I mean, who am I to judge, right? I can't judge you. I'm just saying, you know, you don't gotta hold anything in.
I'm not.
Can I insight check her?
GM roll the relevant skill, Sam.
Me not knowing what the relevant skill is.
Persuasion or deception.
Is Andor's dad just Miyazaki?
Andor's dead. Fine, I'll do it myself.
Oh, there you go. No, tell them what they glean.
Andor seems truthful. Like, he believes what he said, but you've raised some points he's never thought of. If that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Matt. I don't mean to, like, bring down the mood here, right? I mean, this is just supposed to be a proper romp around, just having some fun, painting on the beach. And I don't want to make this too serious. Make it all, like, awkward.
Oh, you couldn't. You couldn't possibly. This has been lovely.
Yeah?
I could try painting you.
You want to try?
It won't be. I guarantee. Did you see how I drew the octopus? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I still have that.
Yes, that's the level. Like, paint with. Like, I'm gonna be honest. It's a good painting. It's 3 bars of different color. All right. It didn't take much. This is the level of artistic capability we're operating with, so please do not get upset when it's not a good drawing.
Oh, no, I get upset. It's about the intention, right?
Yes. Right, stand still. And all will start painting.
Alright. Meanwhile, back in the basement. The ASMR man kind of looks. He seems relatively young, maybe like early to mid 20s, as he kind of like just kind of like puts his guard up and just quietly. Where am I?
Oh, you're on an island, it seems.
The individual behind you who escorted you in says, You're in Ozirum. You washed up on the beach, and we brought you here to take care of you. This gnomish gentleman here woke you up.
Hello.
He kind of looks over, like seems to like see his possessions and like take stock of them. And kind of looks back, not so much like frightened, but like he's just woken up from who knows how long. He's uneasy.
Do you have a name?
Eyes you up, kind of looks back at Maria. Hasurian.
Oh, well, Asurian. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Pippinog Pip Thugalo of the Thugalo clan.
Hello. He says, tugging a faint smile at the name, but kind of slowly picks himself up, leaning on the wall a little bit.
Oh, be careful. You just woke up.
No, I'm fine. I have to get back to. He kind of like goes and leans over and starts getting his things.
I come over and like try and put him back down on the ground.
Come. In due time. It's nighttime right now. It's not wise to be traveling during the evening.
You have been very helpful, and I'm grateful. But I must get back to my companions. He says, like he's like strapping a gauntlet on, like he's getting ready to go. But as he like goes to the other arm, like he moves it up and just immediately like clutches it in pain and kind of like sits there and adjusts for a sec.
Sit. Have a conversation with me, and I can see to your arm. How about that?
Kind of looks and just kind of nods and sits back where he was.
Pip will just sit right down on the ground. Does he notice, like, or does he recognize that there's just a stone floating around?
I mean, yeah, he sees it. You see his eyes follow it for a second. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything about it.
So, what were you doing in full plate metal before you suddenly wash up on a beach?
Well, my companions and I, we were on a quest to retrieve something from the Maelstrom, and
Are you a part of the Great Games?
no, we were sent there for a different purpose.
Oh, sent by who?
I'm sorry, but I'm not sure. I just met you, but thank you for helping me. But you are a stranger to me, and
As you are strange to me, good sir.
so we reached what we thought was our destination. And I recall a massive wall of water, and I don't really remember what else.
What year is it to you?
Having not established a calendar year, he repeats the current year to you.
It's the same year. He's not a time traveler or has been lost.
No.
Okay.
Well, you're very far from home. At least, an Azamar such as yourself.
Samar don't typically have a home. We appear where we appear.
Is that true, Maria? Did you just appear?
He says as he says that, he kind of like shifts the gaze from Pip to Maria.
I mean, kinda.
You know, they say gnomes just spring out of the ground like dwarves, but You're telling me you just appear?
No, it's an ASMR child can be born from. It can be a normal human child or normal human parents give birth to an ASMR or any other assortment.
Coming back to him.
What is
So-
what?
You went to the Maelstrom. We too are heading into the Maelstrom. But,
Where
it
on earth
appears-
are you headed there?
well,
Pip turns to look at Maria, just kind of looking for a cue.
Well, we're also kind of on. we're
Hi,
also
Clay.
kind of on our. on
Hi,
our-
Clay.
Oh, bye, Clay. Let's carry on.
We're also on our own quest, so to speak.
And are you part of the great game?
well,
Would you tell us what you're doing here if we told you? I mean, it's only fair, right?
That just makes me think that you are more.
I mean, I'm just keeping my cards close to my chest like you are.
look, Azurian, there are many folks in this world who would like information from us, just as I am sure there are folks who want information from you. However, I know nothing of you, your quest, or how the heck you got here. What I can tell you is, you were afflicted by...
Could I tell actually what condition Lesser Restoration ended?
Let me check.
Because it says I have to. What does it say? You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition. Because Maria went for the disease, I went for the condition. It could
Okay.
be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
It wasn't any of those specific afflictions. It was more so the tier of magic needed to shake him from his coma.
Okay.
You were comatose. This nice old man found me, and here we
I'm
are.
40, but thank you.
This young lad behind me.
Still 40.
You're younger than I am.
I'll give you all some privacy. Just come up when you're done. He kind of goes up the ladder.
You have to admit it's a little weird that we'd encounter another Asimar here.
As well, lucky that we came along.
Suppose so.
Not to mention we have another one frolicking about on the beach somewhere.
That's two of you. That's quite a coincidence, I suppose. But anyway, if you must know, there's rumored to be some kind of powerful crystalline artifacts on the actual islands themselves in the Maelstrom. We were sent there to retrieve them before the Great Games had fully gotten underway so that we might not be interrupted. That is, I suppose, the extent I'm willing to share for the time being. I hope you'll take that as enough.
Immediately, Pip readies he readies a firebolt as Pip has a worried look on his face.
Now you need to be very careful with your next words, Azurian. Who sent you?
It was a patron of one of my companions.
Pip
I'm
relaxes.
a man of
a
my
bit.
word, and I'm not deceiving you, but
Pip-
I cannot share their identity.
Well, I understand that. Maria, how exactly do I explain this to him?
Pip's basically thinking about Wrath and all of them. Like, if this was somehow a way to prevent the Great Games from really going well, if that was the patron.
How do we...
Well, did your patron expect interruption from participants of the game?
No, it was possible, but that's why we were sent shortly before they started. I don't know what's become of the rest of my companions, but you all said you're heading to the Maelstrom as well.
We are.
This is true.
If you would allow me, I would like to join you. I need to, if nothing else, find what's become of the rest of my group.
I feel that is a conversation for later, after we've gotten to know each other a little better, as well as, well, we aren't sure if we're looking for extra passengers.
I see. If it's of concern, and he reaches over like to some of like the clothes and pulls out a scarf, and it's like a blue silk scarf, but on the end there's the golden sun emblazoned on it. He kind of holds it up, kind of actually wraps it around him, says, "I am a warrior under the name of Faldir, and as I said, I'm true to my word and I strike true with the blades, and I assure you I'm more than capable if you are needing me to carry my weight."
Can
Well,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Was that it, or?
That was it from him.
Oh, okay. Can I insight check to see if like he's being legit about Faldir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice.
Sure.
There's an intensity in his eyes when he like states this, and the scarf he holds up does have at least the sun portion of Faldir's symbol on it. You do notice amongst the possessions there is no weapon, just armor and a couple bags.
Well, how about we start with the small steps? Let's see if we can get you to support your own weight first.
And Pip will try to help Hazurian stand up. And as we do, we'll cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
You cast the Cure Wounds. Go ahead and roll. Nice. Immediately, the bruise visible on his arm kind of dims, and the swelling goes down. He kind of moves his arms. Says, "Thank you. I can stand, and now I can move my arm better. Give me a moment." And he begins to salvage what he can from his armor and begin putting it on, getting his things together.
Any pieces you don't want, I could certainly use, and if you need a little tinkering on it, I could certainly help you in the future.
I think it will suffice for now, but thank you. Excuse me, sir. And he kind of goes over to the ladder. Yes? The voice changes every time he talks. But, yes? Did you happen to find my blade with me as well? You didn't have any weapons on you when you came to shore. He kind of like seems to mutter a curse under his breath and kind of grip his hands. Well, one step at a time, I suppose.
Like I said, baby steps.
Nods and goes and begins to climb his way out of the basement.
Does he take all of his stuff with him?
Yeah, he takes all his stuff. There's a few minutes of like him strapping the armor on and getting the bags he has. He like picks one up and like you just see water come out of it, and he's like, ugh. That kind of shakes it off, and yes, yeah. It seems to, from what you can tell, it seems to be leather pouches, a bit of adventuring gear, partly ripped backpack that you can only hold by one strap.
How many
As this is all happening,
how many compatriots did you have?
The crew of the ship, there was about 20 of us. Most of them were sailors, but I do hope that they've all survived the storm.
What kind of ship were you on? Maybe we've seen it.
It was a small frigate. Nothing particularly fancy. He kind of seems to still be kind of shaking off the rest. So that's about it. I doubt. When did you get here?
30 minutes ago?
Oh, I doubt you've seen our vessel.
We've been at sea for a good amount of time.
At this point, he's made his way up, and I'm assuming you're not talking to him from down the ladder. Okay.
Pip will gather his rocks or his copper pieces and boop, boop, boop.
As he makes his way up, he turns to Eustace. Thank you, sir, for everything you've done for me. I cannot repay you enough, but I hope this will suffice. He's like, oh, that's my duty, my privilege. And you watch as Surian sets 10 gold on the table in front of him for fishing around in the bag. He's like, well, I don't want to be rude. Please, I insist. He kind of nods and steps outside. Meanwhile, Zappa, you have been going around playing your flute around the quiet evening town. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
He's just scouting this town, looking for anything interesting. Just basically playing these songs from his memory that old brother Bun played back when he was last home.
Old brother Bun.
Looking at the forest.
All right. Yeah, you begin to make your way around town, and though from the buildings themselves, they all seem varied and unique, though none particularly stand out as any kind of shop or storefront. However, at the very top of the cliff, next to one of the buildings, you can see up, there seems to be a large trebuchet that catches your eye noticeably. That's really the only thing that stands out as unusual, aside from just the construction of the town itself.
Okay. I'll just observe it for a little bit while he's playing, and then just continue walking through the town.
All right. What is everyone else up to? Zappa, Maria, and Joey, Andor? We can, if need be, time can pass, unless there's any other discussions you'd like to have.
Maria does want to talk to Hyserian a little bit more.
He kind of walks out and seems to kind of get a bearing of his surroundings and is kind of still figuring out where he is.
Hey, Hyserian.
Yes. I believe, your name was Maria?
Yeah, Maria Redgrave.
Pleasure.
Listen, I can potentially help you find your sword, but, listen, this is just Azamar to Azamar. Don't fuck us over. We've already been targeted along the way. And
I've no quarrel with you. I'm in fact quite grateful.
I know, but not everyone can be trustworthy. I'm sure you understand.
I understand.
But you seem upstanding, I guess. So I'm willing to help, but like I said, I just want your word on this.
You have my word. If I am to accompany you, you shall have my aid to its fullest. I'm more so worried about my companions than my sword, though both are important to me.
Noted. And she's gonna cast locate. Well, she's gonna ask him. So, what does your sword actually look like? Can you describe it?
Yes, it is a brilliant long sword with a bronze hilt fashioned into spread wings with a orange gemstone in the middle. The blade is curved slightly and I lost my truth. Oh no, there. Curves slightly and created by a master craftsman.
Okay, that sounds pretty unique. She's gonna cast locate object and see if she can pick up on the direction of it.
Okay.
And as Pip waddles out,
And if you do break that word, my dog is very hungry.
Oh. Adorable. He kind of says, looking at the dog, and just walks up and pets it. And Pip Dog and dog, is immediately yes. Unnaturally so, is immediately calmed and is just by the attention.
Well, there goes that threatening.
Let me check. Object. It's only if it's in 1,000 feet of you, correct?
Yes, I will post the description. That makes it easier.
Okay. Due to the distance, the locate object instead tells you where your greatsword is as the closest similar magic sword, and does not seem to pick up on the location of his weapon.
Well, it's not near here, but I mean, if we
Of
can
course
go, if we can go closer to maybe where the old guy found you, maybe we can have better luck there. Maria looks to make sure he's not watching. Make sure she didn't get called out on him for being
No,
40.
he's not. I fear it might be lost in the ocean. I likely lost it when I was thrown from our ship. So there's no need, but thank you for trying.
Regardless, I'll keep an eye out for it, and I can always cast that spell a couple more times if necessary.
Well, I'm grateful. I think once I've had a night's rest, I might be able to provide some of that magic myself as well.
Here,
Perfect.
no great warrior should go unarmed.
And Pip will reach into his bag of holding and pull out a hammer and hold it out to them.
Like a war hammer or just a hammer?
Just a tool hammer.
Takes it. Thank you. He kind of holds it up, swings it a bit. I can make this work.
I will need that back when you're done with it, too.
Of course. Yes.
Goes in my toolkit.
It's just like he's like, yeah, I can work with this. He's just staring at a hammer.
I don't know if this is something that Pip will have learned, but in Broken Celestial, can Pip say, I hope you use it wisely, or basically like you're welcome?
Mm-hmm. And kind of looks at you and smiles, and kind of the bit of personality bursts forth from him and says, I shall put every ounce of my strength into the strikes I make with this weapon. No foe shall be able to stand before it, he says in Celestial. You don't understand most of it.
Pip's just nodding like,
Yeah, I bet. Uh-huh. I like dogs, too.
This is a fantastic dog.
Maria, maybe we should go pop down to the beach now and see Joey and Andor.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
and we'll undo the rope and
Okay. So, would it be too much trouble if I accompanied you, or shall I?
Oh no, you need to come. I think it's good that the Azamar have a little club meeting.
Oh, very well. Yeah, you guys make your way down along the beach, and Zappa, while you're still wandering, you could see them heading off with a third figure if you wish to accompany them, though there's no need.
if we see your attention, Zappa, I will be like, and, explain to you what's going on.
Okay. Zappa will he'll follow you guys, but he'll keep playing the flute.
When
As you're walking, the Tessurian turns like, that is a delightful tune, young boy.
Oh, thank you. It's one that my brother made up.
You should continue your pursuit of the instrument. Everyone should attempt to learn an art or two if they're able.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to
learn the
go ahead.
violin too.
Oh, very impressive. It seems to, the more the time that's passed since he's waking up, seems to be kind of getting that energy back, at least personality-wise. Seems to be livening up a little more.
The PC is booting up. When we are about at the same spot that I used the wire to get in touch with Joey before, I will pull out the wire and say,
Hey, Joey. Found another Azamar. We're coming to you. Be ready.
Or
You can
Ando.
reply to this message.
Yeah, we'll be right there. Ando, put your shit back on.
Fuck. Okay. So Sandy. Fuck.
Connor, what the fuck you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
But yes, shortly after you see your trio of companions and one other
Kawaii.
making their way towards you.
Ah,
Get adorable.
I got this.
Yeah. Sweet. Cool. That's fine.
Aw. But yes, the two groups meet. You see Andor and Joey currently in the midst of seems to be painting.
And
Pip Dog and Dog like runs towards you, Joey and Andor.
Ooh, good boy. You are.
I would like to present Hazorian, a basement comatose Azamar.
Please. I am Hasurian, paladin of Faldir and adventurer, among other things. A pleasure to meet you. Your companion Pip saved me from my unfortunate state after I seem to have washed up on the shore.
Oh, it's real nice to meet you. I'm Dewey. I smell of like a test tube or something, and also a druid. I know some like kung fu as well. If I can get in a nice tussle, throw a few punches, right?
Pleasure
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
you.
He kind of looks up at the halo. Do you keep that out all of the time?
Yeah, of course. I need people to know that I'm a beacon of hope.
Well, suppose a fair endeavor. I usually suppress mine as it draws a bit much attention.
I like attention.
Fair enough. And you? He's just you.
Andor Claremont, heir of House Claremont, and regular ass human. Pleasure to meet you.
He kind of looks at House Claremont of Westhaven.
Yes, that'd be the one.
Oh. I myself come from Westhaven. I've heard of your family's company.
Oh,
Well-
it's a pleasure to meet you.
So, you are in the Great Game. He says, kind of looking back to Pip and Maria.
Well, like I said, just met you, stranger. You
Fair enough. I'd heard tell that several of Westhaven's nobles had attempted to join. I did not think I would run into one.
ha! Andor's noble. Ha!
Well,
What have I been
yes,
telling you?
the Claremonts are very famous for their trade and merchantry.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I thought this was just one of his delusions that he has.
Is Andor
Delusional.
delusional? I've never seen Andor act delusional once.
No.
Except when he started talking to that random lady that only he could see. That was when I was like, oh, maybe Andor's a bit off his rocker, right? But
Yeah,
I don't know.
what's up with that?
yeah.
Yes.
Dude, none of you believe me about that.
Plenty are capable of prayer. I speak to Feldir regularly as well. There's nothing to be ashamed of, speaking to a higher power.
There was a woman called Amber.
Yeah, it was not.
Hmm.
It was
Just
not a-
some lady.
just some lady, man. It was not a spirit.
Sorry, I shouldn't interject. This is not my business.
So, apparently, Hosier over here was going into the Maelstrom to retrieve objects from the islands before the Great Games could begin.
They had
Or
already
sabotage the
begun.
games.
They just no. They were as a resource that grows from the islands themselves. Our patron wanted us to get some before the Great Games were fully underway, and we might get interfered with.
Our patron being Feldir?
No, a physical patron of one of my companions who set us on this quest.
Oh, like just like a regular ass dude who paid you. That makes way more sense. Yes, continue.
Yes.
Right? How did that go?
Science. It went well until we reached the maelstrom.
Oh, did you get there?
We got close. And towards the eye of the storm, the water seemed to rise in unnatural ways. Our ship was, as far as I know, capsized or destroyed.
Oh,
I
right.
woke up just a few moments ago.
Hello. Well, that's a bit rough.
But
And,
if he's told me that you are going to the maelstrom yourselves, I assume I will not interject into your business. But if you would allow me to, I would accompany you and certainly assist you if I could. So I'm mostly just looking to see what has befallen my companion.
Wait, I mean, like, what can you do, right? Like, what kind of tricks you got up your sleeve, mate?
He palms the hammer. Unfortunately, I'm missing my blade, but I assure you I have divine magics and martial prowess to put to great use whenever needed.
You down to do, like, a little spar so we can, like, get a feel of how good of a fighter you are?
Oh, this would be so much fun. And
I would
Uh,
say perhaps in the morning.
Yes, I'm not in... I did just wake up from what I've been told is a 4-day coma. So, perhaps not... Certainly, why not? He looks at you, Andor. He just think on it. Fuck it. He kind of holds out the hammer.
Now, is this like a warhammer or just like a fucking...
Nope, it's
mighty
a-
No,
warhammer?
it's a
It's a
hammer.
ball peen hammer. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, wow.
this needs to be a little fair. Maria's gonna give the rest of her 35 HP of lay on hands to him.
Oh! That is much better,
I
yes.
thought you were going to say this should be a bit more fair and then give him your sword to borrow, but no. That's not what it just happened.
Oh,
No.
here, hold on.
Pip reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out a light hammer. Not
Okay.
just a hammer.
So a D6, not a D4.
Yes.
Here, maybe this is a little more to your stature.
Or you guys could fist fight too. That'd be pretty cool.
No, we're not
Would
fist
be
fighting.
fine.
I can fist
Oh,
fight.
Andor doesn't want to ruin his face.
We're not fist fighting.
He'll take
studied-
the other hammer, and he'll actually keep both out. So,
Dual wielding
I can work with this.
I like your style.
He can work
Does
with
he look like full health? Or is he still like...
He looks a bit exhausted, a bit worn down. Certainly, he doesn't look like outwardly hurt, but he's probably not like fighting fit, at least like long rest style.
I'm going to feel a bit bad about this. I'm going to give him 5d6 more hit points.
Okay. Oh, you're all very generous. Thank you.
21.
Okay.
Doom music starts playing.
He would like to rage.
I'm not one to turn down some light sparring, shall we?
By all means. And all kind of hand behind his back, sword out, bow and flourish.
All right.
Zach
Roll
will
initiative for me.
switch to a sort of like a more fast-paced song.
Wash away the anger.
Uh,
Ooh, he rolled pretty well, but not as good as you, Andor.
Pip will also pull out his drum and just start bum 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 bum.
Heard my accent surge in a fucking race that I lost. I'm an idiot.
And just so you have a reference, there's your boy.
Oh,
Here he-
damn.
Hey,
Is he?
he looks a lot cooler than I
Oh,
thought.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this guy looks awesome.
Yeah, Andor, you are first as he holds up the hammers with like an excited smile on his face.
Alright.
Come at
None
me,
of
sir.
this is-
Come on.
None of this is going to be lethal, so...
I hope you kill him on the spot. How dare he challenge me?
This
so just
beat.
2 attacks. 22 out of 25.
Both of those hit, yeah.
Awesome. That is Math. 22 damage.
Yeesh. All right.
I
As
healed him
you
for 21 and took away 22.
you rush forward and you swing at him with the blades. It's more so we're kind of doing that rule of HP isn't like taking little wounds. It's having enough stamina to avoid lethal blows. So it's more so you guys go back and forth without actually harming each other. Though as he kind of pushes the blade back to his turn, he takes the light hammer out and goes and swings it towards you.
He's going for those kneecaps.
Natural 20, let's go.
That's a 19.
Close.
19. Defensive duelist.
All right.
Jeez, you try.
Yeah, you go and deflect it, but just as you do that, as soon as you deflect it, he's brought it up and brought it back down again for his second attack. That's a 16. I don't think hits you.
That one, if it meets it beats it, that one hits.
Oh, okay, great. As he takes the hammer up, says, brace yourself, and swings down. And as he does, the head of the hammer glows as he divine smites on it.
Oh.
I just looked at Raider's cam and I saw Miyaki. I was like, I was like, Raider, you look different.
I rolled so bad.
Oh,
Thank God.
Third level divine smite comes up to 7 damage.
Oh,
F.
Oh,
As a total of 13 points of damage.
Can we get an F in chat for a DM?
As he swings down and like the hammer stops just short, but the divine energy almost keeps going and just like bursts into you, taking the wind out of you for a moment, but not actually causing harm, or extensive harm. But he will, with his bonus action, swing for a 24.
Yeah, that hits,
sorry,
buddy.
That's wrong. 22.
Oh, it still hits, buddy.
All right, 5 more points of damage. Not as flashy as I would have liked, but a decent start. It's your turn.
And we're probably just gonna do the same thing. Make 2 attacks. 17 and an 18.
Both of those hits.
Oh shit. 21 points of damage.
God damn, alright.
And he's wearing plate?
He's wearing
Half
half
plate.
plates.
Oh, half. Okay.
You're a skilled combatant. However, I'm a bit better.
He takes that and says, I am one to acknowledge an equal opponent. Let's see what one more strike does. And he's gonna take his turn.
Divine Smite, Divine Smite.
Have you guys seen that that Hulk movie? Where Hulk kicks that dude into the tree? I'm just imagining that.
22 and a 19.
22 and 19. The 22 I can do nothing about. The 19 I can defensive duelist.
Okay. And he will divine smite that one. Bruh.
Bruh.
Understandable. Alright, that is 17 points of damage from the one strike as he swings it towards you. With one more jolt of divine energy. Sees you're, pushed back a little, but not overly injured. Well, that is about all of the juice I had left in me. I think it's fair that we call this duel in your favor.
In this group, we fight to the death, and Andor's gonna
No.
No,
Running through.
No, you did amazing.
I appreciate it, but I assure you I can do much more. Just need a bit of rest and maybe something more sturdy. But I can work with this for now.
No, I think he's a very valuable asset to this group. He'll turn to Maria and just point his shoulder.
He's just gonna give a slight smile, just. That's him.
Well, lucky us, I guess.
Yeah. He was really nice. I think we should adopt him.
Adopt is an interesting word, but as I said, I'd be honored to accompany you.
Could Zappa have hidden while everybody was watching, but still play the music so nobody knows where he is?
Yes, it's just like coming out of like the forest. It's terrifying.
Where's that coming from?
It's ominous. Don't question it, Maria. The moment you point it out, it's in the moment we get jumped, alright?
It's setting the mood.
The jungle?
It's just, welcome to the jungle.
But
What
on
was that
flute.
flute?
Yeah.
1 second.
Do.
Reader immediately goes to find the music track.
Perhaps we should discuss this with Falendrift. Maybe Falendrift knows the boat you were on?
But perhaps I do not know this. Falendrift is. No, was he your patron of sorts, or?
No. No. Just the captain of the Blue Glory.
Oh, the Blue Glory. I've heard of that vessel. The Corsairs.
Yes.
Oh, well. Very well. I have no need to rush you, as if you have business on this island, you're welcome to it. I'm, as I said, grateful. I shall, await for whenever you're ready to depart. What's this? Heartbreaking.
Okay, well, I'm going...
It actually slaps.
Play it on Bardbot, don't be a coward.
You found a Lego Ninjago cover. This is what we should have had playing during this sparring match.
Well, that's what Zappa did. He did in the forest. And
Yeah. Them just going hard in the fucking forest.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, I am going to go look for some scrap metals.
And Pip will...
Andor, would you like me to leave Pip Dog with you?
Yes, I mean, if he's been a hassle in the city, we could stay out here on the beach for a while.
No, not at all. It's just, I'm going. I don't know what you two are doing. If you're going to stay here, then easier to leave him.
Andor will summon a warhammer, like he did, I think, at the very start, and try to make it like as bone shape as possible, like a big warhammer, and then throw it as far as he can down the beach.
Okay. It goes hurtling down, and immediately, before Pip has let go of the leash, Pip Dog and Dog just bolts, takes down after the bone. Do you hang on or let go, Pip?
I'm leaving. I'm trying to let go. I'm not gonna hang on.
Whoosh! The dog takes off, sand spurting up in every direction. I should note, Pip, it's not so much scrap metal you need. That can be found. It's more so finer metal components, the cogs and mechanisms, the actual fine parts needed to assemble and make this function.
The thing that I'm thinking of is I could possibly find the metal. I could use heat metal to mold it.
Potentially, though that'd require... Cat, please, no. Thank you. My mic. Stop. Yeah, you could try. You'd need actual molds, though. There's like, you know, a cog, like levers, like even like small, like think like tiny gun parts, like the projectile portion of it.
I am going to look for clocks.
Okay. If you want to... There's no shop, really, so you're gonna have to try and go ask someone if they have a clock and if you can buy it.
I am on my way. This is a very Pippinog thing to do.
Fair enough.
So.
Give me an investigation check, see if you can go door by door and find someone who wants to sell you a clock.
Excuse me, I'm not from around here. Do you have a clock I could buy?
20 total!
I rolled to see if
Yeah,
anyone
no.
on the island's town would have a clock.
This is an
And
odd thing. So.
You do your best to go around, and from those that answer you, no one seems to have a functioning clock.
Fair, very fair.
Okay.
Eventually.
There are, however, plenty of. This is a fishing town. There are plenty of grapple hooks and hook-shaped devices that you could at least get if you wanted a finer grappling hook piece.
Yes, I will buy 4 of them. 2
Sure.
of the classic, like 4-pronged grapple hooks, 1 barbed hook, and then 1 that's a T.
Okay, that you can do. Mark off and say gold piece.
Love it.
It's still fucking going.
Still going.
How long is this song?
It's 50 seconds. He's looped it.
Oh, it's looping. Okay. I see.
Oh, it's looping. Oh.
Yeah, I had to turn off Barbot because I couldn't handle it.
Oh my
I didn't
god.
realize
He
it
was
was
going
fucking...
hard in the paint, and then I don't know, he was Zappa jumped down. Hey guys, you like the song?
It was quite a feat, mate. You really got me going.
Oh, thanks. My brother used to play that when like anybody sparred.
I mean, it goes hard, mate. It goes fucking hard.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome.
If Zappa's brother doesn't look exactly like Axl Rose, I'm gonna lose my shit. Bandana and all.
What is the party doing now?
Oh, Andal, I really liked your drawing, by the way, mate. That is really amazing.
Oh, yes, I told you it's not, like, I've been practicing a little bit since the octopus, but, like, yes. It looks like you, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. Look, that looks exactly like me. Oh, love it.
Do you want it?
Yeah, I want to keep it. I don't have any, like, walls I could put it on, but I guess I could like, tape it to my chest. Because I'm kind of, like, built like a wall, right?
Yes, that'd be very sweet.
What?
Andor gives it to you, and then kind of pulls you into a hug.
Oh, alright, we're touching. I mean, we're hugging.
DM, can I message you something really quick?
Yeah.
Or can I take you to Whispers for like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
So,
And we're
Here go the
stabs
cameras.
Joe.
Here go the cameras.
Very tough, then. Medieval cover.
I will build this grappling hooks as quickly as I can right here. I want to see it work at this point.
That's
so.
fine. I appreciate it.
I think it's going to be something that doesn't happen until after Maelstrom at this point, though.
That's fine though. Can you imagine though if Maria just grappling hooks onto floating rocks? How cool it would be.
That was what I was trying to get to. That's why. But I have an idea for the actual hook components because I grabbed a couple different ones, so you will have different uses. I would also like to take a moment for everyone in chat right now until our boys are back. They're back, but I'm going to interrupt them. Kawhi finished an amazing rendition of my character. If Kawhi would be so kind, pull it up. I'm going to talk about your amazing art.
Heck yeah.
Because no better person to up your
It's like
actual...
all of my porn.
Oh, hey everybody. Don't look at that. Kawhi, I could
Look
you
at Lego
DM
Ninjago.
Kawhi, go to our DMs. It's in there.
No, I got it.
Good
And
lord.
if anyone wants to, oh my god,
Scenes about just so much.
there's oh my joy. There's the little lad.
There he is. He's beautiful.
Anyone wants to, I don't know if Kawhi is taking commissions, but she made this. It's amazing. I love him. Look at him. He's beautiful.
Oh, it's so good. He's got the little face.
But yeah, Kawhi is an amazing artist. So thank you, Kawhi. You're so wonderful.
Thank you.
Why an amazing artist. Everyone saw the porn.
Yeah, everyone saw the porn. They know how good I am.
Okay,
It's time.
that was the moment.
The moment.
Alright. So, as Joey feels Andor's embrace, you feel something moving in one of your pockets, Joey.
Hey, you can get frisky with me.
What? No, nothing. I wasn't doing anything.
I mean, you can touch my ass if you want, I guess. I'm okay with it.
Did I manage to get it?
No.
No. No, never mind. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
You were noticed. You can still take it if you want.
Oh,
And we're just grabbing a fistful of dick right there.
Nope.
are you trying to take something from my pocket?
What? No. Why would I do that?
I don't know. I mean, if you want something, you just ask for it. You know, I got dots in my pocket, is what I got. I gotta be honest with you. I have like 5 dots that I've just been sitting on. Not
Are you doing
literally.
this in front of everyone else?
Yeah, sure. I think so. I think we're all still on the beach.
Maria's just like, oh, you do you, and she's gonna walk off.
No, I swear I wasn't doing. No, guys, please come back. It's not like that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, Maria, please don't make this weird. Because if you leave, it becomes weird. I don't want it to be weird.
I think I'm
Are you
going to
into
take
that?
my leave as well.
No, guys.
Oh no!
You guys were having orgy parties before, so don't try
Wait,
to turn this
what?
on me like
What?
I'm the one being weird.
I'm gonna go. Maria walks off.
Hessarian also processes for a moment and also walks off.
Zappa just looks confused and walks off.
Oh, fuck, I forgot there was a child.
He eats people. It's fine.
Like he's mid riff into "Welcome to the Jungle" and just
Oh, you did. I don't know what it was about, but you know, nice hug. If you need like cash, right, you can just let me know, and or not. I mean, if it's that bad, I've got like some money to spare.
Those beads that Caglis gave you all that while ago.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
your camera froze for a second. You're fine.
My internet. Yes, those beads Caglis gave you a while back.
Yeah. What about them?
I was trying to grab them.
Oh, I did. I mean, yeah, you didn't get any. Do you want one?
It's less about me not having them and you having them. You see, that I didn't like it. And I didn't know why for a long time.
I mean, he was a nice guy, right? It's just a remembrance.
Yes. Alright, sweet as, have fun, bye. And then Anna's gonna walk off the beach.
All right.
as Maria's walking, she's just like quietly to herself. Jasper owes me 20 gold. Sweet. And that's it.
All right.
Where's everyone go? Oh. Are we leaving the beach? No one had a clock.
Hi, Pip.
Where'd everyone go, Joey?
I don't know, things got really weird, like really fast. Way too fast for me to keep track of. And now
Gosh,
everyone's
I
going.
leave for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. How was your, canoodling?
I mean, we canoodled, right? Did a little
Mm.
artsy stuff. I painted.
Oh, wow! That's really pretty.
Yeah.
You're getting better and better every time I see one.
You really think so?
I know so.
Well, that's real. And I actually drew something real nice. It was much better than my drawing of you, that's for sure.
Let me see.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that is beautiful. Wow, truly a muse.
Yeah, I think it looks exactly like me.
I agree. So Andor left without taking Pip, dog, and dog.
That's right. He's just on the beach.
Yeah,
I mean, he's come back with the bow and has been like sitting there waiting for someone to throw it again, and no one has. It's kind of sad.
Pip will use his newly found mage hand and yuck it.
Okay. Woo! Takes off.
a
Comes back with it
dinosaur
few
comes
moments
out.
Okay, well, it's good to see you two getting along so well again.
Oh yeah, it was real awkward there for a while, wasn't it?
Oh, I can taste it.
Yeah, but I
Guess
think
it,
yeah, we're getting better, you know.
but then again, I guess the awkwardness didn't help with my wonderful humor, yes? It's okay, I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's life for you, right? Not much you can do about it.
Pip comes and sits next to you in the sand.
Yeah, life's weird, right? Just a couple weeks ago, we all met in that mansion, and here we are, on a tropical island in the middle of an ocean.
I know, it's beautiful too. I've never seen something like this before in my life.
Well, you have more experience with the water than I, but it is beautiful.
I have more experience under the water.
I have no experience on water. That was the first ship I had ever been on.
Oh yeah? Ships
Well.
are nice.
I guess Jasper's ship, but...
Jasper had more of like a boat, like a dinghy, in comparison to like this.
I wouldn't say that in front of him.
Probably not.
No, but... Still cool. Still crazy. I think I got really lucky.
Oh yeah?
Don't think I would have had as much fun on another team. Or, more so, they wouldn't have been as much fun.
Yeah, you could have ended up on like Trevor's team and with Fenric, and that would yeah. No offense to them, right? Seem like nice chaps, but
He would have killed me.
you think he'd do that? Like friendly fire? Is that against? Well, I guess people are dead anyway, so.
And hey.
That line of thought.
Last time we saw him, he had abandoned his team.
It's right.
Wonder if there's a rule against that. Splitting up.
I feel like they would have said something.
Asmore doesn't care, though.
It's true.
Well, what do you say? Go join the group, get a good night's rest, or sit here for a little while longer.
I think, you know, Pip, right? I've been like thinking about this for a bit of time. You know, Fenric was kind of an ass to you inside of that diner when we were eating, and then I was kind of like hitting on him, and I realise now that was not very nice of me. I probably should have socked him in the face for you.
No. Nobody deserves to get slapped in the face for being an ass.
Actually,
Some people do.
Yeah, no, he has really done nothing to like show that he does not deserve to be socked in the face, actually.
Regardless, your fraternization with him, I saw strategy. No worries.
And he gives you kind of like one of those little like buddy like punches on the shoulder.
What if you did that, Joey? Just
That's up to you.
no. I think that's what Fenric
Nobody-
did to you the first time too.
Yeah. No one deserves to get punched in the face. Good old buddy.
Cross counter punch.
Ah!
Alright. Oh no, we should just hang out here. I think we have time, right?
And Pip just kind of falls back into the sand with his arms sprawled out.
It's very soft.
Hmm.
The crab skitters by your face.
Oh, I need that. Oh,
And he jumps up and starts chasing after the crab.
It books it. Make a athletics check. See if you
Other
catch
help! Money. 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 Money.
the- Natural 20.
What?
Natural 20.
That is a
From
fast
the crab.
I told you Pip was gonna get distracted by a crab.
Money, money, money.
crab.
And he's just gone.
Ah, they're too fast, Joey.
I think if you lift up some like rocks, you can probably find some.
No,
No.
no. I think it's that one just got lucky. I'm not gonna go searching. It was more of
Not lucky.
an interesting idea.
And he just sits and plops out in the sand, just starts like moving his hand through it.
He's gonna make a sandcastle.
Love it.
What are the rest of y'all doing?
Maria's heading back to the ship to collect her 20 gold.
Alright.
Zappa's just gonna keep reminiscing and playing, and then probably if the rest of them head back with them, but he'll just go like in trees or like just any high place that he can find to just play music, mostly to himself. And
Right
just play songs.
Those of you who go back to the dinghies first discover that one of them has already gone. The singular crew member left to watch the last one as you guys approach this. Captain finished his business and went ahead back to the ship. Everything going all right?
Yeah, we have ourselves a new companion here.
Hello! He kind of gives a wave. Right, I'm sure the captain will be fine with it.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty upstanding guy.
Like, are you ready to go back? I don't see everyone else.
I mean, we can wait, but I gotta see a guy about some 20 gold, so, I mean... Unless you guys are coming back.
And then out of the corner of your eye, you see Zappa and just Mandalorian flute song.
Oh, fuck.
My cat is trying to destroy my setup. Hold on.
No,
Leave.
It's my
Chris,
pie.
Chris, let me hold the cat. I will hold the cat.
There you go.
Yeah. Chungus among
This
us.
is sad. I guess eventually Pip will stand up.
Okay, come. It's getting late. Can finish the sandcastle tomorrow. Yes.
Are we late? Are we leaving after this?
Well, do you want to sleep on a beach with a jungle that might drag you away, or comforting boat?
I kind of like the idea of sleeping near a jungle out of it dragged away. I don't think that sounds smart enough, but we do have a mission to get to.
Well, let's see. Pip dog, will you stay with Joey tonight?
Doesn't seem to totally understand the question, but he like sits. Here's the word stay, and he sits.
If you want, the pup will keep you company.
I don't want to worry anyone. I think it'd be best if I stay on the ship.
Okay, your decision. Come.
Yeah,
Pip dog and dog happily trots after you. Did you guys catch up? Oh,
I will just ask kind of a basic question. While Pip was going door to door looking for a clock, was there anything interesting in town? Was there something, that might have piqued his eye that he may want to come back to?
You notice the trebuchet.
Okay.
But you also notice the individuals who do answer their doors. You, again, note mostly elven, all bearing that, coconut, kind of tanned brown skin and those patterns. As well as that, kind of, some of them have that stark red hair that might be somewhat familiar to you. But otherwise, nothing in particular catches your interest.
Okay. I would say then the stark red hair. Pip will think about that before he goes to sleep, if there's a role or something that to think about.
It's not just that's the skin color, a bunch of elves with tattooed markings over their bodies is familiar to you.
It's blanking to Noah, so
No. The Ferric had similar styles and markings.
Oh. Okay. There's nothing I can do with that info right now, but I have some ideas.
Okay. But the party has returned to the Blue Glory, and most of the crew seems to be relaxing, though some of them, you notice, are a bit tense, seemingly keeping an eye out for that ship that's potentially following you. However, you do bring, oh gosh, my mind. Surian on board with you. Captain Felendrift is... You've found another friend.
More so, No, you're right. We found them.
They were kind enough to save me, and I offered to provide my support in exchange for accompanying you to the Maelstrom. I hope I'm no bother. No, why not? Sure, the more the merrier, but if anything happens, it's your problem. Points to whoever's nearby in the group.
To be fair, he's been near the Maelstrom, so he's had more first-hand experience than any of us.
Oh, maybe you'll be helpful. Well then, I'd recommend you all get some rest. We start the journey to the Maelstrom itself at dawn.
Another quick question.
Mhm.
The orangeness that Hasarian has on them, with the eyes as well as kind of the other stuff, does it resemble the Pearl of Power's orange?
Not really. It's not as, intense of an orange color.
Okay.
Hasarian, can I ask you one question before I pop off to finish a few things?
Of course.
Maria?
Yeah?
Can I see the glass eye?
Sure. And she'll hand it over.
You recognize this?
To be a glass bubble of some sort.
Yes, exactly right.
I put it back in Maria's hand.
I take it there was an answer that you didn't receive.
No, that's necessarily. You've been to a location we are heading to. Just trying to see if there was any, well, how do I say this?
I'm blanking on the word.
Any similarities to, well, what you were looking for.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you once more, and suppose we should all get some rest.
I agree. Looking forward to, the journey tomorrow.
Nods. Alright, is anyone else doing anything before they retire for the evening?
Before we retire for the evening, Maria's gonna go find Jasper.
Okay.
Where's the
Yeah,
money,
it's easy
Lebowski?
enough to find.
Hey, Jasper.
Aye, what is it, Maria?
I happened to see a little situation on the beach earlier, and I do believe you owe me 20 gold.
Did they kiss?
Well, they did much more than that. I saw Andor, deep in there, grabbing a fistful of dick.
Roll a deception check.
What? Well, Maria thinks that's what she saw.
I gotta agree with that.
Fair enough. Roll a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
I didn't even.
Friends with benefits does not constitute a loving relationship.
Yeah, but I mean, he seemed to like it. Eh?
I'll believe it when I see it. Then you'll get your coin.
Gotcha. Maria's gonna go find Joey.
Yeah.
Hey, Joey.
Yeah?
So I saw Andor grab your dick earlier, right? I'm gonna need you to do that again, but in front of Jasper, okay?
I did not.
All right, good talk. And she's walking off the door.
Alright. Oh no, people think.
You played yourself.
Oh, Joey's just gonna head to his room.
Alright.
Love me, let me go.
Okay. All of you get your long rest. And surely enough, as the new day arises, those of you who go up deck make it in time to see the small group of crowd of people forming just outside the kind of beach settlements as the Blue Glory passes through the canal that cuts through the Ring Isles. Some of them kind of wave, some of them just look on curiously. You notice the bald head of Eustace in there, among some others.
How far away are they by feet?
Like 30 feet.
Can
Not
I pull out a wire? The first elven woman that came out with the torch.
Mhm.
Can I get her attention and wave at her?
Yeah, you can.
And then I hold up the wire and I speak in a.
Do you know someone by the name of Ferric?
She looks surprised to hear something in her head, and then doesn't say anything.
Do you know anyone with the name of...
Pip just yells it off the side of the boat.
She looks at you but seems to break eye contact. She doesn't respond.
Does anyone else in the crowd respond to that?
Are you just shouting, "Do you know anyone named Ferric?"
Yeah, because I did it with the
Okay.
wire to be private, and then she didn't respond, so he just yelled at it just to make sure she heard.
Roll an insight check.
Sure. 22.
No one gives a vocal response, though some of them hearing that kind of look at each other, and you notice looks of recognition, or even a bit of concern, but none audibly respond to you.
I just yell out.
He's still alive!
As the ship continues going past them, the crowd kind of begins to disperse, and you see ahead of you the vast expanse of open ocean once more, and perhaps even in the far distance, what looks to be the inkling of clouds on the horizon.
Ooh.
Who would be interested in rolling a d20 for the first day of travel? Noah?
I'm always interested.
Go
If
for it.
someone would like to do it, please do. Sounds good. 12 d20s, 1 d20, please. It's a 9.
Okay. 9.
The ship explodes.
Sinks.
Ferric
Goes down.
evaporates onto the deck. Ah!
Evaporates.
The village aimed a trebuchet at the ship, and none were heard from again.
They know about Ferric. Sink him.
Can I ask actually just a quick question about the trebuchet? In the morning, did it look like a fort? Or just
No,
a
it is just a trebuchet next to a building.
Okay.
That's
Sounds
how
good.
Ferric left.
Did it? Did it look gnome make?
Looks like a trebuchet.
Just had to ask. Sounds
I'd say if nothing else, you could assume that it's probably built on the island. Like there's bamboo and wood that looks similar to the house materials used.
Okay.
Okay. No. Over the course of the first day of travel, you are met with heavily resistant winds that go against the sails and slow your ship down quite considerably, adding a day to your journey. Who would like to roll the next d20? Fun? I don't think you've rolled one. Oh.
Kwai can go. Do it, Kwai.
You don't have to.
I'll do it.
No,
I haven't
Kwai
rolled one
has
either.
to.
No,
Okay, do it, Kawhi. Pressure.
I'm
Pressure.
obligated to.
Pressure. 19. Oh. The 20 was the Hydra, I think, so.
Mhm.
This is true.
19 hydras appear.
As the ship carries on for the second day, at a certain point you've now entered vast open ocean, but you do see what currently just looks like distant rain clouds growing steadily in the horizon as you begin your approach. However, at some point during your day, one of the crew spots something over the side of the ship. But you can see jutting out of the water, you're not sure how deep down it goes, but it looks like this large, almost like kind of rocky formation of coral that is just kind of up in the water. It's sizable enough to stand on with like a couple people. And you notice that the top of it is almost kind of formed like a natural bowl shape where the coral has grown outward and seems to be holding some kind of water.
Is there anything moving besides small fish?
None that you can see, noticeably. Water's wavy, but at least clear enough to see just below the surface, and you see no shifting or movement.
About how far is it? The structure, so to speak.
Likely about maybe English 150 feet from the side of the ship, though it wouldn't be much of a detour to go towards it.
Just for fun, Maria's gonna cast locate object and look for our friend's sword.
Okay. Unfortunately, no such item rings true in this area.
Gotcha.
Actually, no, you detect Captain Fallendrift's sword instead.
Gotcha. Maria's using her pearl of power to regain that spell slot.
Fair enough.
Nice.
You roll D100 for me.
D100, cool.
Oh no. Yep.
That is a 40.
Okay.
Maria dies.
No. I think we just learned a big thing about this object, though.
Mm.
And
Okay. Nothing happens.
Sam, did you ever use the pearl to refuel your spell? Zzz.
I don't think Andor ever had the pearl of power.
You had it. I thought he gave.
Soldier boy. No,
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to make that. Anyway, okay.
I
Does
believe
it
Maria's had it the whole time.
full time? Okay.
I think so.
This coral formation that kind of creates a bowl. Does it look like something imploded, or that it's just grown in this odd
it just
form?
looks how the coral is grown. It's not a perfect bowl. It just is a shape that's holding water.
Can I cast Mage Hand and go try and grab a piece of coral?
It'd be too far. The
No.
mage hand can only be 30 feet from you.
Okay, yeah.
Anyone else? Okay. You pass on, continuing on your journey. Who would like to roll the next one? Got two more.
I'll take it.
Right on.
Right on,
Also-
right on.
I
That
just
is
realized that boat behind us would have had to have dealt with the Hydra that we left behind.
Possibly.
Maybe. Or they could have just gone around. Nope. I'm kidding. Once again, your ship is buffeted by heavy winds, this time mixed with choppy waters that push you push you slightly off course. Though, over the course of the day, nothing particularly eventful happens, though your progress is slowed once more, though not enough to lose you a day. Though, with the strong winds picking up, you now see ahead of you, distant but ever encroaching, the massive, almost swirling vortex of dark, almost black clouds, the wall of rain seemingly falling beneath it, and the distant look of a violent ocean.
Jasper, you sure this is lantern proof?
Looks like we're going to find out, aren't we?
Aye.
Aye. You're up, GC man. If you'd like to do the honors.
Time. A 7.
Okay. It's the same little bracket of effect that y'all keep hitting. It's 5 to 9 is your travel is slowed, but I don't want to keep slowing your fucking travel.
It is what it is.
Alright, so your travel is slowed once more. Who wants to roll the now last one? So help me
Go get
God.
it, Sam.
You got it, bud.
The waters are
gonna
just
be
like
an 8.
forming a whirlpool, and we're just going around in circles.
Okay, 15.
15. Okay.
Now we die.
No, it's clear day. Nothing. There's stuff on this encounter table that y'all just aren't hitting.
I mean, a coral
It's okay.
bowl.
Godzilla. It was totally Godzilla.
Shall I roll the next one?
No, that's the last one.
Well, that's it. Huzzah!
Yep.
Clear day. We made it.
Yeah. Well, as clear as it can be as the skies grow gray above you, and you're all rested, and you begin to approach the maelstrom itself. What was at first gray skies, maybe light rain, steadily turns into a violent downpour, and while the areas surrounding, at least what you can see in the midst of the heavy rainfall, do seem worse, your ship is still being rocked, battered, and slammed by wave, winds, and rain alike. The actual. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, that was Kawhi making that noise. Oh my god. You started
Great.
Bardbot, and it just went, ah! And I was like, what is this song?
Tell me, is your group doing anything to assist or observe the journey into the maelstrom? Or are you simply riding it out? The shouts of the crew can be heard back and forth, men frantically scrambling to maintain the sails and keep a steady course, heading deeper and deeper into the maelstrom. Though as you do, and even as Captain Jasper himself is on deck, the lantern in hand, the heavy rains still seem to be wreaking havoc on your journey thus far.
Joey will use Control Water, which is concentration up to 10 minutes, to try and steady the boat as much as possible.
Okay. You
Yes.
do so, but only for 10 minutes, and it's areas where the waves seem particularly rough. You get yourself a bit of headway and kind of push the ship forward more, which certainly helps, though not a lasting effect.
And then... Is the boat having issues with, like, taking on water?
It is getting bashed with water now and then, but much of the crew is currently working on bailing it out.
Okay. If Joey were to spend time using... Because Create and Destroy Water is, like, first level.
Mm-hmm.
Could Joey spend some spell slots so that more people could help with other things on the boat?
Yeah, that'd go pretty long way. Destroy water here and there as you remove it as soon as it kind of splashes up onto the boat.
Right. That would be what Joey is doing.
Zappa would tie himself to the crow's nest, and he'd just sit up at the top of his crow's nest and just help, looking out. and
Okay.
seeing
As you're
what's going on.
up on the crow's nest, it is a wild ride. As the ship
Yeah.
rocks back and forth, the crow's nest moves even further as you're being like tossed and like bounced around. You can even see like Kikuri is also like on the crow's nest, but is also like Like, you see through the rails, the claws just grab on. Like, he's, like, white-knuckling, holding on to the crow's nest as he, like, flies back and forth. Can you roll a perception check if you're... And Kakuri spotting will give you advantage.
We look up after the storm, and all that's left is Zappa's mask.
And his smile.
14.
14. You gaze out, and it might as well be nighttime. Though, further in direction you're heading, distant strikes of thunder and flashes of lightning in the clouds themselves can be seen. As the ship carries on. You're not entirely sure how long, as you can't quite see the sun. However, you push forward at least 6-7 hours. The rain continues, the storm seeming to worsen. The clouds now actually like spiraling in a circular motion above your head as you gaze forward. Can everyone roll a perception check for me, please?
God damn.
Pip will be standing near Fallon Drift, but holding a water walk in case anything throws, like, crew members aside or something.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Perception. Let's get a good one. Alright.
Alright. And you notice even Fallon Drift, he's like holding on to the wheel and doing his best to control the ship, but even he is being blasted by the rain and wind, doing his best to shout at his men and keep everyone in line as the rain harries the party. But also, over the course of this, as you are racked and buffeted by heavy weather, I'd like everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Aww.
For the purpose of this, I'm assuming you're not all standing directly next to each other to get Maria's benefit. If you got lower than a 10, you guys will gain a point of exhaustion. The exceeding extreme weather, the biting cold, and the sheer turbulence of being shaken around this excessively has taken its toll on a couple of you. However, as the time that your travel continued, Joey and Pip, a few hours passed, and certainly it is nighttime outside the storm. As the thunder and lightning picks up, continues, adding occasional flashes of light, you begin to see shapes in the water around you. Large, jagged, rocky outcrops seem to sprout up every few hundred feet or so from the waves themselves.
Like,
And you-
they are growing, or
No, it's like they are just up.
Okay.
The water splashing against them. That you notice in areas, and even some just below the surface, where the flashes of lightning give a chance to see not just rocks, but vessels. Broken ships, scattered, fragmented, one even like hung partially on a rock itself. You also, Joey, in the midst of this chaos, one distant flash of lightning as a chance glance, a chance look behind the ship, sees the distant but much closer outline of another vessel, also in the midst of the storm.
Joey would notify the captain.
Looks like we'll be having some company after all, as he kind of shouts in the midst of the storm. At this point, you can hear from the deck Captain Jasper shouting into the lantern, "I thought you were supposed to keep the storms away!" He's just yelling at it, like shaking it.
Pip will pull
It actually
out...
seems to make the weather a little worse.
Oh no!
That's fair. Pip will pull out his periscope. No, not his periscope. His
Telescope.
It is a telescope. And just look at ships and things. Just see if he can get a flash of light.
Perception check.
Sure. 14 total.
You do your best to try and glance out at the ships, but it's too dark, the rain is too heavy, you can't see anything clearly. Though, with your earlier perception check, and Joey, you as well, with a brief another flash of lightning, you see one of these larger, kind of more flat, spiked rocks. You just watch it sink below the waves.
Let's fucking go!
Alright! Terrifying!
There's
Pip goes up to Falindrift.
you ever heard about moving rocks?
Moving it up. The entire ship is heaved. Let me put you guys on the map.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No.
Super quickly, do you guys want to see what my brother got me for my birthday?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
No.
A wallet.
It's a
Wallet.
wallet.
Aw.
Oh,
Among Us?
Oh, no, I hate it.
That's pretty sus.
Now you can put the picture of Pip in your wallet to remember me always. That's so cute. Do you not like it?
He bought it as a gag gift, like
LOL.
Bogus.
with
So-
the shit-eating grin on his face when he gave this to me.
So here's what you do, Sam. The next time you go on a date, you say, no, I got this. And you pull out your Among Us wallet and you open it so they can see the full detail and you just drop cash on the table. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. That would be a good idea if my wallet wasn't already a better wallet. Like, it's not a good wallet as well.
It's a date wallet. That's what I'm trying to get at.
That's where
You only take it out on dates.
That's where you keep your cash. The other one you keep all the important shit in.
This is a genius idea. Thank you.
It's your bar wallet.
So,
So you don't lose all your good stuff.
That's true.
Anyway.
you guys feel and hear the sound of breaking wood as the ship is, like, lurched hard to the left. Does anyone go see what happened?
Do
Yeah.
we have a map?
Not at the moment, but
Not
you
yet.
will.
Yeah, Maria will go and assist with any heavy-duty repairs that are needed.
You go and look, and it seems that just below the surface there's a jagged rock the ship has scraped against. And even just looking over the side, you can see like where the large crack in the side of the ship where water is splashing in. Fallon drift out, like at that moment, damn moving rocks! And he like turns the ship to the side to veer away from it.
Lovely.
What do you guys do?
Maria's gonna help as best she can to repair and like at least like try and like cover the holes that are
Okay.
bombarding us.
It's currently lower down the ship. Are you gonna head your way into the cargo hold?
Yes,
Okay.
and
You-
helmets.
You and a couple other crew members rush their way down, and immediately you see water flooding in, and with a burst of motion, like frightening, because you've never seen him move quickly. Artavog like skitters out, like just like a sprinting spider out from the hole, and begins with silk and just other supplies begins to start like trying to plug the gap. The crew, not really paying too much attention to Artavog's frightening movements, also focuses on getting the ship repaired. And Maria, you whatever bits of wood and supplies are tossed your way, you help hold in place as Artavog wordlessly and quickly like does his best to like seal. And it's kind of working. It's a patch job in this like moment of hysteria, at least. What is everyone else doing above deck?
Zappa would head down from the crow's nest and just hunker down.
Okay.
If he's gonna ask if anybody else needs him, and then if not, he's gonna go under deck and just try to just sit down and relax. Try to relax for as long as he can before.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way down and you try and calm down. As the ship continues, if is anyone doing anything else in the moments that it doesn't seem like your ship was attacked by anything. Just a large jagged rock scraped the underside of your ship.
Pip will just be watching for any movement in front
Okay.
of us in like a good 200-degree view.
Question. Before we got like super close to the storm, would it have been possible for Joey to have cast water breathing on the team?
You could have, yeah. Or you could now as well.
Yeah,
Right.
well, it's ritual. I can ritual cast it without using
Oh,
my spell
okay.
slot.
Sure,
That's
you
the
could
point.
have.
What about water
Absolutely.
rock as well? Both of those. Could I have done both before we
Water
got...
walk only lasts. Oh, that's 8 hours though.
Water walk lasts for an hour, so.
Oh,
But I don't know how long it would have been in here.
An hour would have passed by the time you've gotten in the storm to now.
Okay, I'll hold on to that one then. Then just water
Right.
breathing, which is 24 hours.
Right on.
that's super helpful.
You can give another perception check, Pip, if you like.
Sure, I would adore doing that.
Dang, who left the roll 20? Sad.
A lot of people. Ooh, there we go. 27 total.
As you're gazing out and looking around, you're focusing, looking for anything in the water, and you see just ahead of the ship another flash of light. Something just barely breaches the surface. Large, jagged spikes that kind of scrape beneath the waves before diving down again. Though, just in that moment, you hear, "Captain! Look!"
Oh, I love it.
And you gaze ahead, and you see where the lightning picks up and actually gives consistent light. You just see a wall of water that seems to be falling upwards. And it's just rising up, a cloud of mist, like sprouting up from around it.
Usarian! Is this what you were talking about?
He like runs up and like with like wild eyes, like, "Yes, this is where our ship was capsized."
I wonder why.
Pip, are you doing anything in response to seeing the movement?
How the movement, such as the thing going below the water or the wall of water?
Well, either.
There's something moving below. It's alive. It might be controlling the water.
All hands to stations! Prepare for battle! As Captain Fallinger shouts out to them.
Pip is going to go to the center of the ship and just kind of brace and wait
Okay.
for something to happen.
Alright.
And he will hold. What's he gonna? Oh my god! Oh my lord! This is a big map.
You don't have to... Go ahead.
Oh no, go for it. I'm still
Well,
thinking. It's
You guys
mostly-
don't have to keep track of yourselves on the ship. You can... Wherever you want to be on your ship, we can just say you use your movement to get to. If you go off the ship, we'll get to that when we get there. As far as if melee range is needed to be, if the ship is in melee with something, then you guys can be considered to be in melee with it.
Goodness.
Terrified.
And as
Yeah.
the ship pushes forward, you see the wreck ships around, and this kind of mist layer is the wall of water that rises up. And as the ship continues to move forward, seeming to go straight forward, you hear this deep, guttural rumble. At first you mistake for thunder, but it's this loud croaking sound that just kind of calls out before a wave of water rises up, and the croaking roar continues as a massive head rises out of the water nearby. This massive creature that seems to be its large, spiked back, seemingly a giant turtle shell. These massive reptilian limbs finned as it pulls itself out of the water, the elongated neck that ends in a sharp beak that's serrated in several places. It lets out a deep, bellowing growl as the entire series of the storm roars in unison with it. And I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'll take it.
Do you want us to put tokens on the map for?
You can just
order?
like put them at the bottom. That'd
Yeah.
work.
Yep, I didn't even think about that.
Oh my god, we so small.
Is that token like size accurate to the boat?
This one, yes.
Terrifying.
No,
Yeah.
I think he means the creature. Is the creature size accurate comparing to the boat?
Yes.
Oh, hey, I rolled the same thing, so I don't have to change it.
I rolled, and I was like, oh dang, I rolled a 1. I realized I rolled a d10, so I rolled a d20, and I still rolled a 1.
I mean, yay!
And you guys will be able to control actions that the crew and ship takes, so you won't have to T-pose. But due to the
You can't say
timing
that.
and how long I'm predicting this will take, as the massive creature rises up out of the water, some of the crew shrieking in panic, you hear Falendrift just go, I'm gonna have to ask you all to pay me more for this. And that is where we're gonna pick up next time.
Hey. Cool.
Hey,
I was
GC
on-
man, it's Uzbek's island.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna show up, just see Uzbek with. He's gonna be the old monk from Demon Souls. That's what it is.
Is that the island?
That was from an old campaign. Uzbek wanted to build a mall on the back of a dragon turtle.
Is this that turtle?
It's a giant turtle.
Yeah, it would theoretically work.
This is a dragon turtle. This is a real dragon turtle. Not just like the dragon turtle. This is a real dragon turtle. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. Yeah.
Let's take a
Dragon
fake
turtle. Dragon turtle.
Almost time for dragon turtles. Oh, we have to wait for dragon turtle next week though.